Hey there, Wargamers. Justin TheArmedPainter here from Death Ray Designs, and today I'm joined with Tim.
Hey guys.
Who is the owner of our local hobby shop, Kringle, and he's agreed to play a game of Warhammer 40k with me today, 1,500 points. My Dark Angels will be facing off against his Imperial Guard, and you might see some different interactions today because he's brought a list that's got a lot of different units, and hopefully, for any of you guys who've been following, you know that I'm struggling and I'm sucking real bad, and he has agreed to try and show me the ropes and teach me things so I'm not just constantly hitting my head against the wall when I play against more competitive players. People that play Death Guard. So if you guys hang out for just a minute, we'll come back and we'll talk about the mission. All right, for the mission that we're playing today, we're going to be doing an Eternal War mission from the 2019?
2018.
2018 chapter approved, and this is Cut Off the Head. And Tim thinks that the Eternal War missions are relatively fair and fun, and he's going to be taking point today on showing me this mission, so he's going to explain to us what we're doing.
All right, well, we've got a few things. First of all, there's one objective in the center of the table, and that's the only objective on here. Now, this mission, you actually get what's called intel points, and you assign those intel points to various characters in your army, and only characters with intel points can score the objective that's in the middle of the table. Now, we got to an interesting conundrum here because Justin only actually has 2 characters, and you get 3 intel points. So
you guys can't guess what I'm running.
Yeah. So Azrael's going to have 2 intel points on him, and his librarian's going to have 1. I've got 3 characters that are going to have intel points, so that's not a problem over there. So essentially, starting on turn 2, at the end of round 2, we get a point. Each one of us gets a point for each intel point we still have on the table. So if I still have all 3 of my characters, I'll get 3 points. If Justin still has his 2 characters, he's going to get 3 points as well. And then, let's see here. I think I got that backwards, but that's okay. It's actually, that one starts, that's going to start at the end of the 3rd battle round. At the end of the 2nd battle round, whoever has the most intel point characters on that objective gets a point as well. Let's see here. Yeah, that's actually at the start of the turn, not the end.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we're gonna get really complicated here. So start of the turn, if you control the objective in the middle, you get a point. End of the round, you get points for every guy that still has one. There's also Slay the Warlord, First Strike, so we can both potentially get a point from that instead of First Blood.
Me and Bob actually got wrong in our last game because I thought it was First Blood. It did say First Strike, I'm pretty sure, and I just glazed over it. It was like, oh, this is the way it normally is, and ignored it.
Yep. They've replaced First Blood with First Strike in all the new missions, so both players can get a point.
Nice, that makes sense.
Player. Yeah, it helps balance things. First turn isn't as big of a deal. And then there's Line Breaker as well, which is exactly the same. No big deal there. Now, these missions, if you have not played them, we were talking about this earlier, they do not have the rules for sudden death. So technically you could be tabled and still win. It's unlikely, but it is possible. So we could just keep playing if I table Justin here in the first 2 or 3 turns.
I'll just be like Dark Angels turn 6, and I'll just do a happy dance and pass.
Okay.
Now that we've explained the mission, folks, so we're going to go ahead and show you guys the armies, and then we'll get into it. All right, so you want to walk me through what you've got in your force today?
Okay, yeah, we got a whole lot of different units here because we're going to try some crazy stuff. So we got a unit of 10 Rough Riders. Now 2 of these guys have melta guns, so hopefully we got a little anti-armor firepower in there. You never know what we're going to run into. Looks like maybe some rhinos. We have a tank commander. Now this is a tank executioner. He's got 2 plasma cannon sponsons, a las cannon in front, and a heavy stubber on top, so a lot of shots, pretty good strength. We've got a Chimera. This is standard loadout, so heavy bolter, multi-laser. I'm probably going to use this for some Ogrins. That's my plan. We've got a couple Hellhounds with heavy flamers in the front there, and just standard Hellhounds, one of the terrible Hellhound variants. We got 4 infantry squads. These are all just base squads. I didn't take any upgrades on them. I was just trying to spit up some guys to fill detachment slots because I'm running a brigade. Over here in the characters, I've got 2 company commanders. Now this fancier looking one is my Warlord with the power sword, even though he doesn't actually have a power sword. I've got a mini storm priest who again's probably gonna be running with the Bullgrins to give him extra attacks. I have 2 astropaths. Now one of these has Night Shroud because -1 to hit is really good. And the other one is gonna be running Psychic Maelstrom because mortal wounds are also pretty good. And then I have a commissar to maybe help keep all these troops in line. Back here we've got the aforementioned Bullgrins, which I'm hoping to pummel some Space Marines to death. They get a lot of attacks. They have the slab shields, so they're going to be rocking a 2-up armor save. And of course they have the beat sticks, so strength 7, 2 damage apiece are pretty good. Basically auto cannons on a club. We've got a couple of the Tempestus Scion squads. These are old Casterkin models. These actually used to be Justin's, so I'm very proud
They definitely did.
Yeah.
Now, he did repaint them, so...
I did repaint them to match my army.
They did used to be green at one point.
They did used to be green. I've got 2 Meltas in this squad, and I've got 2 Plasma Guns in this squad, so they're going to drop out and kind of do a little damage, maybe make Justin think about where he's going to deploy his forces. Over here, we've got some of the big guns. I've got a Hydra Flak Tank. They just went down in points in Chapter Approved, and I haven't used one. I figured, what the hell? If nothing else, it's good at killing intercessors because it's a lot of shots that do 2 damage. I've got a Wyvern, which I've not used like in all of 8th edition. From what I understand, they're terrible, but hey, maybe it'll kill some scouts or something. And then I've got a Basilisk, which is actually really good. All 3 of these just have heavy bolters in the front. I'm not really expecting those bolters to do anything, but you never know. And that's pretty much it.
All right, for the Dark Angel side of the table, surprise, surprise, more Tactical Marines with all the plasma. Today, one of the things I changed is the Rhino, which you guys have seen recently, but you've seen more often than not it being ran as Razorback. Today, it's being proxied slightly in that it's got 2 Stormbolters instead of 1. Same thing over here. This is Tactical Squad number 2 is going to be mirrored, the first one, so Plasma Cannon, Plasma Gun, Power Sword, Combi Plasma, and then the Rhino over there will also have 2 Stormbolters. Moving over, we've got 2 units of Scouts, and they're going to be slightly proxied today as well. Some of them have the little things on the back, that cloth things that you might try and call a cloak maybe, but they've got camo cloaks today. I want to change things up a little bit. If I didn't run the cloaks, then my army was going to be the same as last week, and while I'm painting real slow on other stuff, I wanted to change something up just a little bit where I could. In the back, we've got the unit of Hellblasters, pretty much a staple for Dark Angels. We've got the Repulsor, which is also WYSIWYG, but it's got the twin-linked heavy bolter, 3 storm bolters. It's got both the Gatling cannons and the grenade launcher thingy-to-bob that I forget all the time that it does have. And then we've got, as obvious, or an obvious choice rather, we've got Azrael and Brother Librarian Nabil, who's got Smite, Aversion, and Trephination. All right, everyone, we are deployed, and the deployment we got is the one where you've got kind of an 18-inch line that goes to here, and then out towards the edge it tapers into a 6-inch. And across the table here we've got Tim's Imperial Guard. You want to walk me through kind of why you deployed the way you did?
Sure, well, I've got a few things. I've got some artillery here hiding behind line of sight, so the Basilisk hopefully is not going to be getting shot at too much this game. I have a lot of things up front, some fast stuff. I've got my 2 Hellhounds, my Chimera, my Rough Riders. All these are basically going to do is try to push him into a spot where he can't get out. I'm trying to trap Justin. I'm going to force him to deal with those threads. I've got a bunch of guardsmen over here with a Commissar bubble to help increase their leadership, so maybe they won't all just run away if you do shoot them. They've got some orders as well. I've got my leaders back there as well to help buff them, get them some extra shots, and really move in behind the first wave to support. I've got my Tank Commander back here out of line of sight because I don't want Justin to blow it up on first turn, because it's probably my best unit that I have as far as damage is concerned. I have my Ogrins and Priest inside the Chimera like I talked about earlier. So again, they're going to be driving up and making them deal with Ogrins real fast. And then I have 2 units of Scions in reserves. I think that's it.
All right, one of the things that we're doing today, we, unless it comes up otherwise, we're using the same house rules that you've seen us use previously. So all these buildings and such will be ITC formats. And before we get into my stuff, I do want to zoom in and talk for just a moment about the Rough Riders. You want to walk us through kind of what you did in terms of conversions? Because not a lot of people are used to these.
Well, they're a really fun unit. I really enjoy having them. I've wanted them for so long, and they've been so bad for so long I never made models, but then in 8th edition they made them decent. They're playable. So I don't remember the exact models I used. Obviously, there's Imperial Guard bits. It's torsos and up are going to be your Imperial Guard bits. The weapons and all that's from just basic infantry models. The lances are actually from the Lord of the Ring Knights of Minas Tirith. I was originally going to try to use those horses for the Rough Riders, but they were just way too small, so I had to use something else. So these are, there's something Chaos from Age of Sigmar. I don't remember what the horses are. They're like Warriors of Chaos or something like that, and I just cut them off at the legs, glued the Imperial Guard torsos on, threw a bunch of bits, and painted them in a way. I scraped off all the Chaos symbols so you can't see them because we are not heretics. And, well, we're not the heretics here, you are. So there's no Chaos symbols, and then I just painted over it, and I really like them. I have a lot of fun with them. They're not the most competitive, but they can do work sometimes. They
do look pretty cool. I know we discussed before the game started some unit analysis, and you'd mentioned that they get a whole bunch of attacks on the charge, so they may not be super meta-worthy, but looking at, what, you have 10?
Yeah, there's 10.
10 of them seems like it might be pretty scary.
Yeah, they do have the 2 melty guns as well, so they can't be completely ignored because they could just vaporize something, given the chance.
Well, I've got a few things to vaporize, so
yeah.
let's go ahead and look at my deployment here. Kind of the standard for what you guys have seen. We've got some tactical bros hiding in bottom floor here just because there was nowhere else to go. Because I have the combat squad to be able to tote Azrael and Nabil around, I have to cut the squads in half to be able to use the rhinos. The other half of combat squads in here, or tactical marine squads in here. Both of our rhinos here kind of turtling up to hide, and repulsor's taking point at the farthest point forward in my deployment zone. I figured it might get shot, but its survivability chances are a little bit higher than the rhinos, so I figured we would stay there. I went ahead and put 1 unit of scouts here in my deployment zone, or slightly forward technically because it's tapers. My thought process here was he may be able to shoot him with his artillery, but at least there's a 9-inch bubble around it for deep strike options, so at least, if you're envisioning here 9 inches, this whole side's kind of blocked off a little bit from the scions, and then if, depending on where these move, I've got some options for deep strike denial. And then 1 unit of scouts here, which are probably going to get shot, but if I did not put them in cover where they could be shot with direct line of sight, he would shoot me without line of sight, probably with his artillery, without me getting a cover safe, and then just murder them. So I'd rather take the risk of having a 2-up than the 4-ups to not die. So, is there, in this game mode, season initiative? Is that
yes, so you finish deploying first, and so you will get to choose who goes first, and then if you choose yourself, I will have the option to attempt to seize.
I think with not a lot of models looking at that stuff, I think I'm gonna go first. So you want to go ahead and try and seize?
That is an excellent question. I think I actually want you to go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure. Besides, I'm not going to seize anyway, so. I want you to move up first so I can rush out and meet you.
Yeah, I kind of figured that might be what you want to do, but let's see what we can do on Dark Angel's turn 1. All right, so for Dark Angel's turn 1, totally not going to generate tactical objectives because we're not doing it. But on the table here, I've got to figure out where we want to go, and he's got way more stuff, and it does look like he's going to be trying to push all his stuff forward so his tanks are protected, and I can't fight everything, so I'm probably going to have to choose a flank and try and push that. That seems to be my thought process, the most tactical sound thing I could potentially do. So the first thing we're going to do, I think, is move up with these tactical marines here in this building. That seems like a pretty crackerjack idea. And for speed here, we just get them out of the building. They were all kind of huddled up, and I had 3 in the front, so we're just going to move them and place them the exact way they were in the building. And we'll move them back just a smidge because they kind of moved to the right, or the left rather. And I advanced during the movement phase, correct?
Yeah, you go ahead and do that in addition to your movement. So if you want them to advance, roll now.
So we're going to go ahead and do that. They got a whopping 2. We're going places. That's okay. So they're definitely going to be getting shot at, which we know. And because there's no blast templates, I can just corral them and look very pretty.
That's right, no more blast templates.
All right, these guys are going to do the same thing. Looks like, come from the window, he's probably right around there. And we're going to try and set them up the way they were roughly inside that. They're kind of staggered a little bit, roughly about like that. Doing that to try and move, speed move here. They're advancing as well. Oh, we got a 6. We'll take that advance. That's a good one. So let's move up. And I don't like using my tactical marines as meat shields, but I feel like that's kind of what's going down here. Operation Meat Shield. I think we're going to go ahead and dump Hell Blasters out, which I don't like having to do on turn 1, but it's what's going to happen. So, let's see, get that exactly 3. So they only have to be just barely inside, right?
Yeah, they just have to be within 3, not wholly within 3.
Okay, that really helps because dumping everything out of the left side here, if I had to be wholly within, would be hard. So we'll put that guy kind of just inside of where that dice was, which should give me enough room to get all 10 guys in here. Yeah. And this might be bad for me, but I figure this is the best option I have for trying to kill something on turn 1. And that's just a disembark, so I still get a move, right?
Yep, you get a 6-inch move.
So let's go ahead and fly over here. Yeah. And this guy kind of touching if he was. We'll just something like so. Seems like it might be a good idea. Okay. I'll be able to do all the cool things that seem like they might be worth doing, but I think that guy might have been probably still within 6 of his move. It's not what I wanted to do. That's what we're gonna have to do. Actually, I'm cheating you. We're gonna slide in just a smidge.
Yeah, don't cheat. Don't cheat. Don't be like other players.
Don't be like Death Card players.
Yeah, don't be like Death Card players.
I just want to make sure. What's the width?
Make
of the
sure when you shoot your plasma, you declare if you're overcharging or not, because that does make a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a reason for the librarian to get out this turn. I could potentially get out 3, move 6, and maybe aversion something, but these are flamers, so they auto hit. If I aversion your standard Cadians, they hit on 5s or they hit on 4s?
They hit on 4s normally.
Okay, so 4s, it's just standard las guns. I think having some protection on them might be a good idea. So let's go ahead and move the Rhino. So it would be 6-ish, somewhere right in here. I'm gonna move 6 over here. Boop. And do I pop smoke during the shooting phase?
Yeah, you do it during the shooting phase instead of shooting.
Okay, so I would be able to shoot, but I could advance.
You can advance. You can advance. You can charge. You can do anything but shoot when you pop smoke.
I think they're probably reasonably okay where they are. Now that I've crowd over here, let's actually see where this can go. Not a lot of places. So it wouldn't be able to quite fit because of the building. So he's just going to kind of, I guess, yeah, something like that. Okay. I don't like getting Azrael out, but he's going to have to. So 3 inches. So somewhere roughly in here. And then he'll use his move. Yeah, he ought to be able to fit right in there. Seems reasonable. Now, where's this guy want to go? Probably that way, maybe. Coming back around here is probably a bad idea. I want to go there and get shot. I feel like going backwards is just not giving me anything. If I move forward, at least I have options. So yeah, let's just go ahead and... Nope, all right. We got strategies. So we're gonna go 3, you can do it. 3, and 6, so backside of my finger. Something about like that.
You're nice and bunched up over there.
I am. I mean, at least if you decide to deep strike at some point, the bubble is out here.
Yeah.
The thing that needs to live's in the middle, sort of. My scouts are probably okay. We've got a handy dandy denial stick, so you're very limited on where you could go. Yeah. So I think that's probably okay. The scouts there are probably okay. I think we're probably going to be going into shooting phase.
Sounds good.
All right. So I know that there's Bulgrin in that.
There are Bulgrins in there.
If I blow it up this turn and they have to walk, that's fine. But then you're going to move the Chimera Hell thingy.
That's Hellhound, yep.
It's going to move up here and then flamethrower things.
That is a pretty likely thing that's going to happen.
So I could shoot that this turn, maybe stop it, and then worry about the Bulgrin later, because that will do damage. That's going to be, you know, a turn and a half or something before they get here.
Well, they get a 3-inch movement, and then, a 3-inch deploy, 6-inch movement. So they're gonna have a 9-inch move. So where you are right now, I probably am only gonna need like a 3 or 4-inch charge to charge you.
That's fine, but at least you're charging, hopefully, the front line. There's not much else that I could have really done.
That's fair.
To be honest. And if I blow it up, you get a 3-inch deploy anyway.
I do.
So
yeah,
it's gonna be the same either way.
Which just mean you can shoot them before they get to you.
This is true, but the thing I'd have to blow the Chimera up with is the thing that I'd want to shoot Bulgrin with.
I understand, yep. You're not wrong, yeah.
Yep, so I'd rather go after that, and you probably get the charge anyway, but at least don't take damage from that. That seems to be the likely thing I should be shooting at. Do you mind checking, from your perspective, line of sight to him what of my Hellblasters could see?
Sure.
I'm thinking that probably all but 3 maybe, but that's me doing quick guesstimations.
I'm gonna say it looks like about 6 from here.
Okay, can this guy see?
You
think?
No.
Okay, so these 6. Okay, so those 4 would be shooting elsewhere. And 30 inches ought to afford me most of the tail. Yeah, so yeah, we can shoot whatever we want. decisions. I feel like wasting Hellblaster shots into Cadians is kind of dumb.
They are pretty crappy, so they're 4 points apiece. I mean, if you have nothing else to shoot, it's better than not shooting.
Yeah, so I think we're going to we'll shoot the 6 into this, the 4 into that. We're going to overcharge and use our stratagem for plasma.
I'm sure you are.
And I'll drop us down to 8. And at least see if I can get it back.
Okay.
Here we go. I did.
Okay, and actually I am running Kirov's Aquila, so I can possibly get that back as well. I do not.
Cool. It's worth noting that I don't think I've actually said it in any battle report. My actual warlord trait's the strategist one, whatever it's called.
Whatever it is, yeah. No, it's the same. Mine is actually Old Grudges, and I have to choose a unit before deployment, which we haven't gone over yet, but I was going to choose the repulsor, and all units within 6 inches of my warlord get to reroll wounds against the repulsor.
Ew, nasty.
Wish I had chosen the Hellblasters right now, but
Fair
it is
enough.
what it is.
All right, so let's go and get some dice rolls in. We've got the 6 into the Hell thingy.
Hellhound.
Hellhound, yeah.
Yep.
I was close. Hell thingy. So 6 dudes, 4 into the Chimera. I did overcharge and use my Delio, so. And there's 2 1s and a 2. Okay, well, someone managed to kill themselves. All right, so we did get 5, which is strength 8, right? Toughness 7. All right, so we went on 3s. Okay, so oh my God, we got 3.
So that's going to be 9.
Okay.
Which is going to bring that Hellhound down to 2 wounds, because it's -4 AP.
And we lost 1 Hellblaster. I took him off. And we've got the 4 into the Chimera over there. Oh boy. Okay, at least they all hit. It still had a 1 in there before the reroll. And that one is also toughness 7?
That's correct.
Okay, so 3s.
How are we doing over there?
All 1s and 2s.
All right, well, the Chimera gets to live a turn. Live to fight another day.
Fantastic. Well, let's go ahead and see what we got from this guy. Okay, so nothing within... Actually, is that over you?
Let's see here. It looks like it is, yeah, it's going to just nick the track.
Okay. All right, so all my stuff will be able to shoot. I don't have many other options. Actually, I really don't care for the way that they do things now. I feel like I should throw some into that maybe, and then a bunch of junk into those Cadians. I'm pretty sure I could see them from here, which looks really dumb.
Yeah, you can. The track can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get not liking it, but you can
mean,
shoot them.
I do it. I don't like it. And how many wounds does the Chimera have left?
The Chimera has 10.
10, so I'm unlikely to kill it with that thing. All right, I guess we're just gonna shoot the Cadians because there's no reason to shoot at that thing with a bunch of strength 5 guns. At least not right now. If it was almost dead, maybe I would try, but all right. So that is 12. So we're gonna go ahead and get the onslaught stuff out of the way first. So I'm rolling the onslaught and its other Gatling thing.
Yep.
And we get to re-roll the fails from Azzy. Okay. All right, so we still had 2 fails. Whew. Much easier just to pick up the dice tray and dump them out.
It's like magic.
All right, so I need 5 6s to wound.
That's correct.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so we had 6 wounds.
Okay, and I think those are -1 from the onslaught guy.
They are -1 AP.
Okay. So we're gonna maybe see some dice rolls from me here. You probably will not be able to see these dice, so we'll probably be too shiny. So I'm normally a 3-up save, -1. I'm gonna go to a 4-up save. And so we actually did really well. We only failed 1 save.
Man.
So he's gonna go down to 9 wounds remaining. I'm gonna use the dice to signify that, so.
You know what, I totally, this is dumb. We're gonna play it this way. I said I was gonna shoot Acadians, and then I totally wounded on that thing, because I was thinking of shooting that one.
Yeah, I thought you said.
No, I was gonna
went
shoot
back
them.
and was like, I'll just shoot at that.
No,
like, okay.
I got confused with my brain. It's fine. We'll leave that the way it is.
All right.
I looked up and I'm like, why was I rolling against toughness 7 when I wanted to shoot at the squishies? That's fine. All right, so the rest of these are in the Cadians then, because that's where I wanted to be.
Okay.
Since we've already done
fine.
that. That's
fine.
Yeah. So here's the Stormbolters, which there are 3 of.
Yeah, because I thought you split your attacks, but I could be confused.
No, I meant to shoot at them because I wasn't going to kill that with the onslaught.
Yeah.
I even said, I'm like, there's no reason because I'm wounding so poorly, and then I shot at it anyway. That is cocked. Okay, so we got 5 hits. Come here. Get out.
And what's the strength and AP on these, Justin?
Stormbolter strength 4 AP dash.
Yep.
So I got 4 wounds.
Sounds good. So we're gonna have 4 saves here. The guard only have a 5-up save. I did not use the stratagem to give cover to my entire army at the start of the turn, which I should have, and I forgot about. But we rolled really good, and I only lose 1 guy.
Such is the way of things.
Yep. That's what we need here.
Okay.
So we got 1 dead model from that squad to start.
And this is important. Okay, yeah, all right, don't even. So I'm in range for the 2 shots from the grenades. They both hit. I believe these are strength 6.
Are they crack grenades?
It is the Crack Storm at strength 6, AP -1, D3
Okay.
damage. Yeah, because I did not upgrade to the frag.
Cool.
Yep. So
Sounds
this
good,
one's
so-
on 2, right?
Yeah, it'll be winning on 2s.
Managed to roll 1, and it's AP -1.
And how many did you have?
Just 1.
Okay, so we're gonna have a 6-up save, which we fail. So that is another dead from that squad, bringing me to 2 dead dudes from that squad.
All right, and to finish it up, we've got the heavy bolter into him. The twin heavy bolter. Okay, reroll and fail from Azzy. Still fails. Man, I am rolling like a champ.
That would happen. That would happen.
Had so many rerolls that are bad. So these wound on 3s.
You said heavy bolters?
Yep.
Yes, they're gonna be AP -1.
And got 4 wounds.
4 wounds. So once again, we're looking at 6-ups here, which we failed 3 of them. So we got 3 more dead. 1 dude passed. These 2 good. Bringing me to 5 dead from that squad. So that's definitely gonna be a leadership test today.
All right, so we're gonna try and prevent you from having to take a leadership test and just shoot things because I got things that I can shoot.
That's fair.
So we're gonna go ahead and fire the 4 bolters into them.
Now they advanced.
5 bolters. Oh, you're correct.
Yeah,
You can't.
both your attack squads
That's
advanced.
fine. Derp, see?
That's right, keeping it from cheating.
I was about to pull a Death Guard shenanigan.
That's right. That's right. We don't want you to be like Death Guard players.
Is that over him?
Yeah, you are over the base.
So these did not advance. They moved to 12. So Storm Bolters, I took 2.
Yep, that's gonna be 8 shots now because.
Oh, it is.
Assuming we're using the beta rule, which we should be.
We didn't say at the beginning. I'm fine doing normals because
Okay.
we didn't agree.
fine.
In my last game with Bob, I didn't use it either. So
Okay.
okay, he is definitely within range as well. So
Yep.
roll 1. Okay, and 3's one.
Yep.
So we got 3.
All right. Linking away at my dudes here. Once again, we're looking at 5-up saves, which we rolled pretty good. Only 1 dead.
Woo!
Yeah, these guardsmen do not want to die. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this sergeant because I have a commissar to increase their leadership anyway.
The other rhino here is going to go ahead and shoot into him with its Storm Bolters. They all hit. I actually rolled a straight 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh man.
And there is the second time this turn that I've rolled 4 dice and failed to wound with all of them. Azrael's going to fire his Mastercrafted and his Plasma, and they're not overcharging. So he'll take a -1. So Mastercrafted bolt gun.
Yep.
That'll hit. It will wound, and it's AP -1.
So we'll have a 6-up, which we will fail.
Boop. And his Plasma, which he hits. Who it tried to get into a 1, and it wounds.
And that's just gonna kill a dude because they're not gonna have any saves against that.
All right. To finish up the turn here, we've got some Scout Bros, which I think that's 2. Is that over him?
You are off.
Okay, so I would have 1 because the sergeant's range is 12. Unlikely to do anything with it, but I might as well make shots while I can. All right, so we'll fire 1 bolter into those guys over there and 3 bolt guns into these guys.
Sounds good.
And then the sergeant won't shoot because he's got a bolt pistol.
Now, will they be able to see those guys?
I imagine they could probably see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would assume from
You
their
tell
heads
me.
to his. I can see like him and the guy behind him, but not the guy
Sounds
to the
good.
left.
Sounds
So
good.
the 3 into the squad on my right.
Yep.
They did not move, so re-rolling the 1.
Yep. Those are Dark
Yep.
Angels.
And we got 3 wounds.
Oh man. So 5-up saves, rolling decent, only 1
Jeez,
dead.
rolling like a
I know.
champ.
I brought my loaded dice today. I was tired of losing to Justin, so
Yeah. So the 1 bolter into the lone squad. It hits. It wounds.
we got a 5-up, which we fail.
All right.
So we are very quickly running out of dudes in that squad.
And I got nothing else to do for Dark Angels turn 1. So I think you've got a... Wait, you take leadership all the time now if you lose dudes?
Well, yeah, if you lose a model, you have to take leadership. Now, these guys are currently leadership 8 because of the commissar nearby, so they can't fail. Now, these guys lost a whole bunch of dudes, but I am going to be a jerk and prevent you from getting the point by spending 2 command points for the thing. Yeah, yep. So they... Basically, it's really not worth it for one guy, but it'll deny him a point, and this could be a very close game point-wise.
All right, so I guess we're gonna be going into Imperial Guard turn 1.
All right, so we are starting Imperial Guard turn 1. We're going right to the movement phase, obviously. So I mentioned at the beginning my strategy. I'm gonna kind of move up and give him more threats than he can kill, hopefully, to deal with. So we're gonna start by moving the undamaged Hellhound. It's gonna move up 12 inches. So basically, it's gonna end right there, around the objective. Now the other Hellhound, because I am a scrub and did not take track guards, can only move 4 inches. And so he's not going really exactly where I want him, but that's okay. He's gonna go right about there and just contribute with his flamer. Now my Chimera is going to move as far as possible, moving all the way up there. It is at 9 inches. So I've got some plans with that thing. And my Wyvern's actually going to follow it.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're going to try some things here. I have an astropath down here who is going to also move up a little bit, move up a few inches there, contribute some psychic shenanigans. Remember, he has psychic maelstrom, and this one back here has night shroud. So my Rough Riders are going to move in advance. I know they're not going to get where they need to this turn, so that's not going to be caught on camera, but they're moving an extra 4 inches for 14 total. So we're going to be kind of coming around this side. And actually, you got a Rhino there, so we're going to be coming right over here behind this building, and we'll wait a turn before we throw ourselves out in the open to die.
I think you're reasonably okay. You got a lot of targets that I have to try and deal with.
That's the plan. Also with Imperial Guard, I really find that you're not going to have a ton of like super important targets. Like in your army, you have the Repulsor and the Hellblasters, and basically if I kill those two, I'm probably going to win this game.
Yes.
With mine, I tried to really flood the field with targets so that you don't have anything that you 100% can just...
Yeah.
Yeah, you kill my one model and I lose, essentially.
Yeah, it's a quantity versus quality.
Yep.
You have quantity, I have quality. Yep.
So my Hydra over here is actually going to move as well because he really can't do much. So he's just going to move up probably around here. I'm going to hopefully get line of sight on that Repulsor. He does get +1 to hit against anything with the fly keyword, which your Repulsor does have. So I do have line of sight on the back engine there. So maybe I can do a little shooting on him. Potentially do some wounds. That's kind of the plan. And then we got a whole bunch of guardsmen to move, so I'm going to do that real quick. It's going to take me a few minutes. They just move 6 inches, like so. We're probably going to be taking some shots, maybe seeing if we can kill some scouts. I'm going to try really, really hard to remember to use my Astropath to deny cover to you, because they can do that, and I always forget.
Well, you have enough things that can shoot at them, so
yeah.
I'm confident if you want to destroy them, you probably will.
We're gonna, do what we can here. So this company commander is gonna move on up. This guard squad will move up. And if I had movement trays, this would be way easier, but less flexible.
Would you want movement trays?
Maybe. It depends on what I'm doing with them. I'm moving them in blobs right now, so it's not too bad, but it is, when you're doing crazy shenanigans with them, which could happen in the combat phase especially, movement trays can be a hindrance. But otherwise, when you're just moving them, movement trays can be really good.
I think we might be able to rectify that problem.
Oh, man. So I wasn't going to, but I think because of where you put your Hellblasters, I'm going to go ahead and bring my tank out right there so that he can pop a bunch of firepower into those Hellblasters. I know you have a 4-up invuln save, but it's probably still worth doing. We really need to get rid of those Hellblaster squads because once I get rid of them, he basically has no anti-armor. I know there's some plasma in there and he's got a lot of firepower, so he can definitely scrape wounds off of things, but it won't be anywhere near as efficient.
Yeah.
This company commander is going to move up as well. Just stick with the boys there. And this astropath, I'm going to move in advance. So he's going to move 6 plus 4 inches for 10. He's basically going to get right up beside this company. So my goal is to put him within 18 inches of your scouts, which I don't know, is real close. What do you think, Justin?
I think if you try and put like, is it literally 18 or is it just?
It's 18 inches. It's
So does it have to be a straight line or can it just be
straight line?
Okay.
It's real close.
That one's close.
Yeah.
I
can't see, so
let's take a gander here. We're gonna go with it. I think it could go either way, but we're gonna go with it. It's fine.
Okay.
Go for it.
Fair enough. The Basilisk is obviously going to stay where he is because he wants to get his rerolls, and there's no reason to take a -1 to hit penalty because he can see anything on the board. And I think that is it for movement. Now, I believe when we go to Psychic phase, your Librarian is in the Rhino, so he cannot deny stuff.
That is correct.
So that is going to be handy because I do have a couple of Psychers. So
Where are the Psychers at?
I have one Astropath here. Now, this one has Psychic Maelstrom. You can tell because he's clutching his head like he has a headache.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one over here has Night Shroud. So he can give things -1 to, or he can make one of my units have -1 to hit when shot at.
Okay, so this fellow down here, if my Librarian was out, he probably could try and deny. The other one might be just out.
Yep.
Be really close.
So the way that the Psychic phase, these powers work, like I mentioned, he has a Warp Charge of 5. They can each cast 1 power. And I'm probably going to end up giving this -1 to hit because I don't want you to kill it. I don't even know if that's the most opportune target for you at this point, but it seems like the best idea for me. And he's going to do Psychic Maelstrom, and we're definitely going to try to target those Hellblasters because if I can put some mortal wounds on it, it'd be great. So we're going to start, I think, with the Night Shroud. It's the easiest one to get off. I just need a Warp Charge of 5, and I'm going to remember to roll in the tray this time. So let's see here. We got it with a 10. So I'm just going to
deny, watch.
Yeah, he did it. So I'm going to stick this Night Shroud card back here by my tank because that is what I'm going to put it on. Which just confirmed, definitely within 12 inches, no problem there. And then this one is going to cast Psychic Maelstrom. Now this is a Warp Charge 7, so a little bit tougher, and it's a really cool ability. It's kind of like Smite, but not as good for the most part.
Does it have to target anything?
Yeah, it actually targets a unit within 18 inches. I do not require a line of sight to them, and it does not have to be the closest. So I can actually use this to snipe characters, which is pretty nice, but we're just going to do the Hellblasters because they're scarier.
Okay.
So we're looking for a 7, and we did not get it. We got a 6, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a command point on that. I definitely think that's the right thing to do because I rolled a 5 and a 1. So we're looking for a 2+ to get this off, which will probably fail anyway. Oh, we got it with a 7.
Fair enough.
So the way this works is I choose a unit, and then I roll a d6. On a 2+, they take a mortal wound. And if they do take that wound, if they don't have like a Disgusting or Resilient or something like that, I roll again. And then it has to be a 3+, 4+, 5+ until I eventually either fail or you don't take the wound.
Okay.
So for the first one, we're looking at a 2+. So here's where we roll the 1. It is a 1, so no mortal wounds. And I can't reroll it because I already spent the reroll.
That could have been particularly bad.
Yeah, on average, it averages like 2 mortal wounds, maybe 3. So it's about the same as Smite, but like I said, you don't have to do the closest, which is pretty nice. So that is it for Psychic. So in the shooting phase, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to remember to do my thing with the Astropath because I've made a big deal about it. So we're going to remove cover to that unit. So anything within 6 inches of my Astropath here will ignore their cover save.
Okay.
Over here, he's going to do the same thing. I don't think it's going to be as important over here, but I've never remembered to do it, so I just want to go ahead and actually do it. So it's any unit within 18 inches. The Hellblasters are going to have a 4-up invuln, and I don't think they're getting cover from anything. So the only one that's probably worth doing in this case would be...
Well, generally, we've been following normal cover rules, so none of my stuff's actually in cover.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So then it doesn't even matter?
Yeah.
Well,
I was curious.
What about your repulsor there?
We haven't done any other modified house rules, so it's normal. If you can see it, you can see it. That's what we've been doing.
Okay, so then we don't have to worry about it. But he would do it if he could, so I remembered, which is the important thing. Anyway, so that happens at the beginning of the shooting phase, and then we have some Imperial Guard orders. So I'm gonna do a bunch of first rank fire, second rank fire on these guys. I've got 2 officers and 4 squads still. So I'm gonna do 2 orders from each squad. and they're all going to do first rank fire, second rank fire.
And what's first rank, second rank?
And what that does, it changes my las guns from rapid fire 1 to rapid fire 2.
Okay.
So instead of 1 shot, they'll be getting 2 shots. If I was within 12 inches, I'd be getting 4 shots.
Okay,
which would
fair
be
enough.
Sweet. And then on this side, I have my tank commander, and he is going to use the Cadian tank order, pound them to dust, which will let him reroll the number of shots when determining how many shots his main cannon gets.
Okay.
It does not apply to the sponsons, so they'll still only be getting D3, no rerolls, but these will be getting D6 being for reroll.
Okay.
So I think other than that, it is time to start shooting. I really need to get rid of those Hellblasters. That's kind of the whole, what I've set up here is to get rid of them. But it would also be handy for me if I could get rid of some of these little tactical marine scrubs. So if I don't kill the Hellblasters, maybe I can tie them up in combat with that Chimera that's right up there in the front. That's kind of the plan there. So let's see what we can do. We'll probably start with this first Hellhound up here. Now, Cadians have a stratagem that if I do a successful wound, you fail your save, I can add +1 to hit rolls for all other Cadians that shoot at that unit for the rest of the turn.
Oh, joy.
So my Hellhounds auto hit, so usually this is a pretty good strategy.
Yeah, so you're going to auto hit with the flamers and make that plasma wound on 2s.
Make them hit on 2s, yeah.
Okay, so it's
and the
hits,
rest
not
of my
misses.
stuff will be hitting on 3s instead of 4s or whatever. Yep, it's just +1. So it'll be very beneficial to him because it also will mean his main cannon cannot overheat because +1 means I can't roll a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, the 1 would still miss, but anyway. So let's see here. So the main Inferno cannon has a 16-inch range, so he's definitely going to shoot at the Hellblasters, see if we can put some wounds on them. Now, the Heavy Flamer only has an 8-inch range, so I think I'm going to target this unit right here, perhaps. And what I might actually do, because the line of sight, is switch to this Hellhound first, just to make it complicated on you. So it'd be better for this Hellhound to shoot because he can only see this one model from that squad.
And if I killed it, he wouldn't get to shoot.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So I'm going to start with him with the Inferno Cannon. The Heavy Flamer's not in range to do anything. So he gets 2 D6 shots from the Inferno Cannon. So we are going to be looking at a grand total of 4. Pretty crap. They're strength 6, AP -1, so we're wounding on 3s. I got 1, and it's -1 AP and 1.
Out of curiosity, let's just see. Okay, yep, I'm pretty sure they're within range of Azrael. If I take out the guy that you could see, then I would not be.
Well, they're only -1 AP, so you're going to have the same save either way.
All right, so here we go. What we got? What we got? All right, so Tactical Marine dead.
Yay, we did it. So now we're going to go over here to this Hellhound and do what I was initially talking about. So we'll start with the Heavy Flamer into the squad of Tactical Marines, and then we'll do the Inferno
The
Cannon
4-man
into
squad
the
that I just took one out of?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So the Heavy Flamer, we're going to get D6 for 3 hits. We are once again wounding on 3s at strength 5, AP -1 for 2 wounds. 2 -1s.
Here we go. We lost 1.
Yeah, not too shabby, so we're once again plinking away at them, seeing what we can do. The Inferno Cannon, this is into the Hellblasters. We're getting 2 D6 shots for 7, which is average. These are also wounding on 3s, AP -1. So we actually rolled pretty bad. You're only going to have 4 -1s.
All right, here we go. Lucky for you, I failed all of them. So
that is good for me.
Here are 4 more dead Hellblasters.
They're just 1 damage each, so that's only
2
gonna be
more
2
dead Hellblasters.
Yeah, now that's important because if you only had failed like 1, you could have spent the command point to re-roll it, but now I'm going to be able to use the Cadian stratagem to give them +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Which I'm definitely going to do because I need to, I really need to vaporize those guys to be mean to Dustin, I guess.
Well, they're already down 3 people, so 30% of the way.
That's true. We're getting there. So the stratagem is overlapping fields of fire. It is 2 command points. So this is going to already go ahead and bring me down to 10. I'm kind of dropping them pretty quickly here. So I'm just going to put the card there if that's okay.
That's fine.
Yep. And so just any Cadian units that shoot at them for the rest of the turn will have +1 to hit, which again is really just for this tank commander because there's not much else that's going to be shooting them. Possibly the Wyvern, possibly the Chimera. But hopefully the tank commander can really do some work. So I'm actually going to dump the las cannon into the repulsor and see if I can get lucky and maybe strip some wounds off of him to start. And then of course the 2 plasma cannons and the main plasma cannon will go into them. And I guess the heavy stubber, we'll put it into this tac squad.
Okay.
Just because. Maybe get lucky and do a wound or 2 to them. So we'll start with the heavy stubber because it's the most boring. It is in fact heavy and I moved, so I'm hitting on 4s. And let's see here. We got 2 hits. We are not rerolling 1s or anything because he moved. Now these are strength 4 to toughness 4, so we're on 4s. We got 2 wounds. They have no AP though, so
Here
just
we
base
go.
save.
All right, they're fine. We got
There
2
you go.
6s.
So we'll do the las cannon into the repulsor. So 1 shot, hitting on a 4. So it misses, no rerolls. Now we got the plasma sponsons, which I will go ahead and shoot. So these are going to be D3 each. I'm just gonna roll them both at the same time. So we're gonna have 6 shots. We rolled pretty good there. Now these are against the Hellblasters, so we're +1 to hit, so I'm back to 3s. Now I am overcharging. I am overcharging.
Yeah, I got you.
yeah. Since I'm -1/+1, he can get hot, whereas the main turret is not -1, so it cannot get hot.
So you're gonna roll the secondary ones separately then.
Yeah, I have to roll them separately. So these are just the
If you weren't getting the +1, you could roll them all together because it wouldn't matter, right?
Well, it would because the well, yeah, if you're doing the house rule where only natural rolls of 1 do it, then yeah, it wouldn't matter. Normally it would because one of them would still be -1, so 2s would get hot.
I was meaning like if you didn't have any modifiers at all, you could roll them together, yeah.
Yeah. If there were no modifiers, I could just roll them together.
Because your main cannon, once you roll the number of shots, is identical.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be the same strength, same damage, same AP.
Okay.
Yeah, the biggest difference is that the sponsons are affected by my movement and the main turret isn't.
Okay, fair enough, makes sense.
Yep. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. I'm not rerolling 1s, even though I am Kading because I did move. So we actually got 2 1s, so he's going to take 2 damage there, like a scrub. And I got 1 miss. Now they're strength 8, so they're winning on 2s.
So the stratagem, just recapping, is only your main turret?
No, it applies to all of his guns, but he's -1 on those weapons, so it just cancels out.
Okay, fair enough.
So 1s still get hot.
Okay, so your big gun, I know we're recapping, but your big gun never takes the penalty for moving.
That's correct.
Okay, all right, we're good. We're on the same page now. I was confused.
All right, so we're winning on 2s because we're strength 8. So we did get 3 wounds. You're going to have 3 invuln saves on him.
Here we go. Well, 2 more dead.
And then the big gun. Now I have the Cadian Order pound them to dust on this, so I can reroll the number of shots. I get to shoot twice because of the Layman rules grinding advance, as long as I move less than half my maximum distance. So he can move 10 right now. I'm moving 4, so he's going to get to shoot twice. So the first one is a 5, so I'm definitely not going to reroll that. And the second one, we are getting a 6, so I'm definitely not going to reroll that.
Yep.
And I'm really sorry for what this is about to do to those Hellblasters.
Would the second shot be, do you have to declare it now, or would you be able to do it after it's done?
No, well, technically they're resolved 1 at a time, but they have to be against the same target.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter,
Okay.
yeah.
I was just curious if you'd be able to declare the second shot against someone else.
No, I cannot do that. That would be bonkers good.
Yeah.
So now these are hitting on 3s, or excuse me, these are hitting on 2s because of the +1. I'm not re-rolling, but the 1s technically become 2s, and so they don't actually get hot.
Okay.
Which I didn't roll any 1s anyway, so it did not matter. So that is 11 hits. And then we're winning on 2s because we're strength 8 from the overcharge. And I got a few 1s in there, so we are only going to have 8.
Don't you have a thing where you get to reroll wounds?
I only get to reroll wounds against the, I did the, what is it, the Warlord trait that lets me do it. But for 1, I chose your repulsor, and 2, it's only units within 6 inches of my Warlord, so he does not get to reroll wounds for that.
So how many total did you have here?
We had 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. All right, here we go. That will do it. They are dead.
Okay.
Hang on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that was just enough. There you go.
All right. So the good news for me is that that's pretty much what I had to do this turn. The bad news is I really don't have much else to do this turn. I'm going to take a bunch of shots, so you're going to see me roll like a million dice for maybe killing the scouts. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I've got. I'll probably charge the Rhino just to tie up his dudes. But I can't do anything to the repulsor. I missed that one, and I can't tie it up anyway because it has fly. So the repulsor now is definitely the biggest problem for me. I might take some shots with the Basilisk, but it's probably not going to do very much. So we'll go ahead, mentioning the Basilisk, we'll go ahead and shoot it at the repulsor, see if maybe we can get lucky here and do a little bit. So the main cannon, it gets 2d6, take the highest for number of shots. These are strength 9, AP -3. So we got 4 shots. Now he's hitting on 4s, he did not move, so he's re-rolling 1s. So we got 2 hits. They're strength 9, so I believe your toughness 8 on those.
Yes.
So we're winning on 3s. So we got 2 wounds. They are -3 AP.
So I believe this puts me at 6s.
Yeah.
They both fail.
Okay. And they're only D3 damage each. So we're gonna roll max damage. We're rolling 6 damage.
So we're gonna go ahead and put this on a 6.
I think, yeah, okay, you're counting down.
I'm counting up.
Cool.
So there we go. Got 6. He's got somewhere in the teens.
Yeah, I think he's 14 total, maybe
like
even
that.
16.
It's 14 or 16.
Yeah, either way, you're not bracketed, and that's pretty much all I can do to him this turn. Oh, you still have a Hellblaster there. Is he still alive, or is he supposed to not be there?
Oh,
You lost 4 from the second volley from that.
and I did pick up 4.
Okay, so he's probably still alive. So you got 1 dude left, which is fine. I mean, I don't really have anything else to shoot at him. I'm not too worried about 1 Hellblaster.
Your guy behind the Chimera hasn't shot.
Yeah, neither of these have shot yet.
Well, the Chimera advanced, didn't it?
It did not. It
Okay,
just moved
okay,
straight
okay,
up 12. Yep. So we are going to go ahead and I guess we'll do the Wyvern while we're thinking about it. Now I did move with this thing, so it's probably gonna be doing basically jack squat, but we're gonna try. So he's gonna shoot.
Hellblaster?
We'll shoot
Okay,
at these guys.
fair So you're going after the 5?
Yeah, we'll go after the 5. So it's 4d6 shots, which we did okay. It looks like we got 12. Yeah, 12 shots. Make sure I'm not cheating you. Since he moved, he's hitting on 5s and also not rerolling 1s. So we rolled pretty bad. We got 2 hits there. If you can't see the dice because they're shiny, I'm sorry. Now these are strength 40 or toughness 4. They do reroll a wound.
Okay.
So maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get a couple wounds on you. I rolled 2 4s, so you got 2 wounds. There's no AP on that.
Here we go.
Yeah,
right.
he's fine. So the Chimera will shoot at the squad of 3 and just see if maybe he can get lucky. We've got a multi-laser and a heavy bolter. Now both of these he moved, so they're both heavy, hitting on 5. So we'll do the multi-laser first. This isn't your small squad. So we got 1 hit. It's strength 6 with no AP. It's hitting on a 3, or wounding on a 3 rather. So we got 1 wound with no AP.
Well, 1 dies.
All right, and then we got 3 shots from the heavy bolter, also on 5s. No hits there. No luck. And technically, I forgot to declare it, so I'm not going to do it, but there are las guns in the back that, as long as there's guys embarked in the back, they can shoot the las guns in the back.
I mean, if they happen to shoot at what you shot everything else at, that seems fair.
Well,
If you weren't going to split.
It's not worth rolling the dice.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. He's going to be hitting on, I think, it's either 4s or 5s, moving on 5s. I don't care. Anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and start shooting you with guardsmen. I think maybe if we can clear out those scouts, I'll be pretty happy. So we got 24-inch range. Looks like we're pretty clearly in range. We got 9 guys in this squad, and they're going to get 2 shots apiece. One of those is the sergeant. He only has a las pistol, so he will not be shooting. So we're going to have 18 shots with that squad because of the first rank fire, second rank fire order. And we are hitting on 4s, and we moved, so we're not re-rolling anything. So that was a pretty bad roll. And we got 5 out of 18. And now we are wounding on 5s, and there's no AP on these. So we got 2. Now they do ignore your cover because of the Astropath's ability.
So got 2 4s.
Yeah. Which should matter. Good job, Astropath. You contributed today. I'm going to have this 1 dude left from that little squad shoot, see if maybe we can get lucky. He's hitting on 4s as well. He got 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. Nothing. We're going to go to this squad. Now, they lost, I think, 1 maybe. No, it looks like 2. So we are going to have... Did they lose 2? They might have lost 1.
It was 1 or 2.
They lost 1. Okay, yeah, they lost 1. So they're going to have 8 dudes who can shoot. So we're going to have 16 shots here. See if maybe we can do another wound or 2 to those scouts. Just going to plank away here. So that was a little better roll than the first time. Looks like we got, what was that, 9 out of 16, so just above average. And once again, they are wounding on 5s. But only 2 out of those, so slightly below average. It all balances out.
Well, I'm rolling below average on their saves because that's 3 that have died.
All right, well, we've got one more unit. I'm not sure. That guy probably can't see. The others should be able to, so it looks like we're gonna have 8. So it's gonna be 16 more shots. See if we can get rid of these scouts. Which, now I think about it, it's actually kind of important because I did not kill all of your Hellblasters, which means I will not get first strike unless I kill your scouts.
So you can only get first strike on turn 1?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I didn't realize how it actually worked. Fair enough.
Yep. Let's see here. So we're looking for 4s once again. Getting some hits. Nothing too crazy. Looks like 7. And then we are wounding on 5s. Just 1.
All right, here we go. And another dead scout. Awesome.
So I was originally going to shoot my Hydra at the repulsor and maybe take a couple wounds off of it if I get lucky. But I think I have made a mistake and I need to shoot at that scout to bring him down. Now I have a heavy bolter, so what I might do is just shoot the heavy bolter into him and hopefully get lucky. It's going to be hitting on 5s because I moved, but that might be my best chance of actually killing him, unless he fails morale. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is shoot the heavy bolter into your scout there, and then we are going to go as planned into the repulsor with the twin autocannons, the Hydra autocannons. So we'll start with the heavy bolter. Once again, these are hitting on 5s because I moved. So we got nothing. So your scout's probably gonna survive, and I'm not gonna get first strike. So that's a good thing. Let's see here. Unless you want your Hellblaster to not fail morale, I guess. Let's see here. So the Hydra flak guns, they get 4 shots per autocannon. So we're gonna get 8 shots. Now he moves, so he's hitting on 5s, but he gets +1 to hit against units that have the fly keyword.
Yep.
So the repulsor is basically the target to shoot at. So we're gonna be hitting on 4s with these. Which we got 4, so average. Now these are only strength 7. I believe your toughness 8.
I believe so.
Yep. So we're going to be wounding on 5s here, and they're -1, 2 damage. So we got 1 wound at -1.
So I believe it's a 4-up.
Sounds right.
He passes.
He's good. And I think that's all I've got for shooting. Everything else has shot. They did a little bit. So we are going to go to the charge phase, and basically, again, my plan here is to keep as much of his stuff from shooting as possible. So I'm going to charge my Chimera into both squads of your tactical Marines here. So you're going to have to pull them out of combat and hopefully forgo their shooting next turn.
Oh, okay. So I get Overwatches, right?
You get Overwatch.
All right. I'm just going to throw these all together. I've got 7 dudes, so 14 dice.
Yep.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 dice. Here we go. Go. Did I get any 6s?
You got a couple. And
1,
you
2,
get to reroll because of Azrael.
3. All right, here we go. 3 rolls. None on the reroll. Sure. I need 5 6s, I believe, to wound.
That is correct.
I got 1 wound.
And it's a 3-up save, which we do pass with a 5. So his charge distance, I probably don't need much here. A few inches should get me where I want to go. I got 6, so that should be plenty to do what I want to do. So what I'm going to do here, and I'm going to put him up here. And there's 2 reasons I'm doing this like this.
I think I already know.
Okay.
You're giving yourself room to get out with the dudes if I somehow kill it.
Correct. And
Yes.
I'm also preventing you from getting to the objective.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
the objective is irrelevant at this point. I'm not running up
It's
there.
going to be tough. Yeah.
I'm not running up there to Azrael. I'll die. I have
Yeah,
nothing to screen with anymore.
Yeah, your best bet at this point would be maneuvering in and tying all this shit up. Now, which, again, that's one of the reasons I moved here is because these guys, if I had left room, maybe you could have piled in and done shenanigans to actually bring my Hellhound into combat so he wouldn't be able to shoot next turn. So essentially, by putting him there, it's preventing you from moving anywhere that is going to be super useful. And also, I mean, the Chimera, if it dies, it dies at this point. It's done what it needed to do. I was hoping, originally my plan was to kill a squad of these guys and then charge the Chimera into your Hellblasters, but then when I did as well against the Hellblasters as I did, it kind of didn't matter anymore.
Yep.
So anyway, we'll activate going into the fight phase. You don't have any heroic interventions you can do. The Chimera is going to get 3 attacks. I'm going to put him on the weakened squad of 2 guys on the off chance I get lucky and actually kill a dude or 2. So he missed with all of his attacks. That's not surprising.
All right, so I have, what, 1 apiece back?
Yeah, and if you have any sergeants, I think they get an extra attack.
I do not.
Okay.
Okay, so I needed 3s, because they're Space Marines. And from Azzy. Whoop. And I believe 5 still wound here. We got 1 wound.
All right, so once again, we've got a good old 3-up save, which we will fail, and that will bring the Chimera down to 8 wounds. And that is everything for my turn. I think we go to the morale phase, and so you've got 2 morale tests, or excuse me, 3 morale tests, because you lost 3 tactical marines, a whole bunch of Hellblasters, and your scouts.
So here we go for the tactical marines.
Should be leadership 7 without a sergeant.
Yeah, so +3 would be 7, so they're
so
fine.
you're good.
Hellblaster, he dies. Actually, nope, I have animation no fear. I get to reroll that.
You do. I don't think you
He's
can pass
dead.
anyway, but
Oh no! Okay.
so that will give me
and
first strike.
the guy over there, and he's gonna die too.
He's a sergeant, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, but he
So if
died.
he's a sergeant, the 4 he would have been fine.
Oh, okay,
Because he's
fair
leadership 8 and you lost 4. So the first 4 would have been good. You don't need to reroll.
Okay, so Hellblaster's gone, so you get your point for first strike. Yeah.
Yep, that'll be it.
All right.
And then it will go to your turn. So now, I believe, starting at the beginning of turn 2, if you have any guys with the intel, they
Mm-hmm.
can claim this objective at the beginning of your movement phase. So right now, it doesn't look like either of us are going to get it.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we're going into Dark Angel's turn 2, and we're going to try and mitigate this wave of crashing guardsmen and see what we can do. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and dump out Brother Nabil here. He's going to get out right in this vicinity. And for charging, I only have to be within an inch to hit things.
That's correct, yeah.
So if I can make it like there-ish,
Yeah, you'd be able to hit it.
probably. Off camera, we went ahead and just piled those in because I probably would have done it. I didn't do it when we charged because excitement. Azrael's going to go ahead and get inside this. Yeah, which he's still within 3, so getting in that Rhino. So prepping to go places and do things. For movement, we're going to go ahead and move this Rhino here. And we've got a 6 and a 6. Shoot.
I gotta see what you're doing.
All right, so he'll stay. This Rhino's going to go ahead and drive forward, so 6 and 6. That'll be 12. And let's go ahead and advance that particular Rhino. So here we go. He got a 4. Let's see where he can get. So we're going to put it on the 6. Whoops. If I can get it to go to the point. There we go. So that's roughly, whoops, don't bump you. Somewhere in there should be roughly 4. All right, so they're done. Let's go ahead and move Sir Repulsor here, which I don't know if he can actually fit, because that would be 10.
He does have fly, so you're more,
Yeah, he can't fit.
you've got a little more leeway with terrain.
Yeah, so he would be able to go over, but
Yeah.
this is the furthest that part would go, so he cannot actually fit on that side, which is no bueno. So then I guess he's going to go...
Could land on top of it.
Yeah, but then that would be cheesy.
Okay.
Because we had agreed before the game that we were going to use this as...
Impassable.
Yeah, which is not a rule, but then I also wouldn't want, like, this guy up here.
Oh yeah, it'd totally fall and break.
Yeah, which I'm
100%.
not going to do.
Yeah.
So he'll just go this direction and do things. Our scouts are going to go ahead and get out of this building and just go forward. Should be roughly 6. Okay. They'll hang out like that. Sergeant guy is just, I guess, gonna go up to the edge here, and that way he can shoot something with his pistol. We've got a psychic phase with Nabil. We'll go ahead and try and cast Aversion on your big tank in the back over there.
Makes sense.
So here we go. He does get it off barely. I believe it is a 7. Would you like to deny?
What other abilities do you have?
Trephination, which is 1 based off leadership, which would have to be your Chimera, and Smite. Yeah. I would. This is worth doing because it's
Yeah,
against
I
his
do.
leadership, which I'm sure is a 10.
Yeah, I mean, Smite would probably be more efficient. I think the Chimera leadership's only like 7 or 8. Actually, it's not great.
Fair enough.
So I don't know. What is it? Mortal wounds on that?
Closest visible enemy unit with an 18, and then I roll dice, and for every point that exceeds your leadership, you take a mortal wound.
Is it like your dice plus leadership?
I just rolled 2d6, adding 2 if I manifested on a 10, so it's just 2d6.
Okay, yeah, 'cause
it.
I think my leadership's like 7, so you have to roll really good. Now you could do a lot of damage to that thing, which would be.
If I rolled a 12, I could do 5.
Yeah,
But if I roll average, I do 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have to roll
not
above average
great.
to do 1. Yep. So Smite's going to be better.
Yeah, so I'll probably go ahead and try to deny this. I
You
do
definitely
get an
did.
8.
All right. We're going to go ahead and attempt to Smite here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually attempt to Trephination this thing because I've never got it to work.
Okay.
So here we go. All right.
Oh man,
Got it on 12,
there's the double
but
sixes.
I perils, and we're going to leave the perils as it is. Do you know what I have to do on perils, or just take a mortal wound?
Oh, you take D3 mortal wounds.
D3 mortal wounds.
Yep. And if you die, the power doesn't go off, but
I
you're not going to
take
die.
2.
Yeah.
So he almost killed himself with that.
Yeah, so I actually need to double check the leadership on the Chimera. I think it's 7. It's not very high on these. So it is leadership 7 on the Chimera, so I think that's just 5 mortal wounds to that. last
No,
one.
so I had to generate it, and because I rolled
okay.
because I rolled a 10 or higher, I rolled 2d6 adding 2, and then if anything that exceeds 7, you take that many mortal
So
wounds.
you could almost kill it. Okay, well,
Um,
you'd have to roll pretty good.
yeah, I mean,
with
even,
double 2s.
yeah, well, that, yeah, I mean, 'cause that's plus 2, so that's 6. So, I mean, if I command point reroll and I roll above a 2, that's 1 damage.
Yeah.
No, because
No, you have to roll
yeah, I'd have to roll 4. Yeah, it's not worth command point. It was almost fun and cool.
The Smite could have been good though.
Yep. But I mean, that could, on an average roll, it would have probably done more damage than Smite, based on what I rolled. So let's go ahead and shoot with the repulsor over here.
It's got a lot of targets.
Yeah, we're gonna put the 2 big cannons into the
Hellhound?
yeah, Hellhound over
almost
there.
Dead.
We're going to put I mean, there's not. I really need to kill things to the dead. So we're gonna go ahead and put the cannons into the Hellhound. So he's within 18. We'll go ahead and just to try and guarantee dies, we'll put the grenades into him. We'll go ahead and put the storm bolters and the heavy bolters into those. So let's go ahead and get the grenade dealios out of the way onto the Hellhound. Got 1 hit. No wounds because they're toughness 7, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. All right, so big guns. Got a whole bunch of dice here. Not having Asriel there for rerolls is going to hurt me, but
No, you're not bracketed at least.
yet. We'll see what happens. All right, so here we go. Handfuls of dice. Let's just get out the fails.
Looks like a whole bunch of hits there.
Okay. That is a bunch of hits. But need 5 6s to wound, and I'm trying to go off the averages here and hope that I get something. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Well, I think they're -1, so that should be enough to kill him. He's only got 2 wounds left.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
So he tried hard.
He failed.
Yeah. Well, he's got 1 life left, and or 1 wound left, and I didn't declare any extra shots on him, so I didn't think I would need storm bolters. But the storm bolters are in rapid fire range of those guys,
Yep.
so this should be 12 shots, right? Because I have 3 of them.
Yeah.
So 12.
You're gonna get a whole bunch of shots.
Okay. All right. And these will be wounding on 3s. All right. So we've got 6 saves on the Cadians.
Okay. And these guys are only gonna have a 5-up save. No fancy bonuses on that. So we are gonna lose all 6. That's where I failed all the saves.
Well, would have been much better on the Hellhound.
Yep. Well, we're gonna lose a bunch of dudes here.
Okay.
We're gonna actually show which ones we're losing. So
And
6 dead guys.
to finish up those guys, we've got the heavy bolter that was into him.
Yep.
All right, and we'll be wounding on 3s.
Yep.
You have 2 at AP -1.
All right, so they're gonna have a 6 up against these, which we failed both. So we are gonna go down to just the sergeant. Looks like.
All right. Is that over him? I think that's over him.
Yeah, you're over.
Okay.
Now he's gonna auto fail to morale, so you don't really have to shoot at him if you've got other targets.
I mean, I guess they could potentially shoot back there. Okay, yeah. So I guess we'll shoot 4 bolters into the back squad and 1 bolt pistol into him because he has no range on anything else. So bolt pistol into the lone sergeant. Hits.
Yep.
It does wound.
All right. Well, we might get rid of this guy right here. He is dead.
All right. The 4 bolters into the squad behind him. Well, there's that. All right, you have 1 wound.
And we passed it. Got a success.
All right. We're going to go ahead and shoot storm bolters into Rough Riders off the one in the front, which is in rapid fire range.
Yep.
And we do have 2 storm bolters on it, not just the one.
That's right. A whole bunch of shots coming over here. Sad days for the cavalry.
All right, so we did miss a few here, and I believe we're winning on 3s.
Yeah, they are only toughness 3.
All right, so you have 5 saves.
Okay, these guys also only get a 5 up save, so we're probably about to see some of my precious Rough Riders die. Oh, let's see here. We failed 4, so we're gonna lose 2 guys. They are 2 wounded. So we are going to come over here and we are going to remove this guy because I don't like the way he looks. And we're going to remove this guy because I don't like the way he looks either.
All right.
The others.
While we're still in the shooting phase, I'm just going to put a thing on top of this guy so we don't forget smoke.
Yes, go ahead and do that.
Big old chug of dice there. And to finish up the turn, Brother Nabil is going to try and charge the Chimera.
I cannot overwatch because I'm in combat.
He will fail. Super.
Do you have any other charges you wanted to do?
I don't think I have anything that's got range. Oh, right, I do. We're gonna try and charge the Rough Riders over there.
Yep, you mentioned that before. They do get to overwatch, barring a miracle, they will not be doing anything. I do have 2 Meltas in the squad. Now I think only maybe one of them can see, maybe both the Meltas can see.
Who's the Melta if you point
It's
out?
actually these 2, so I think they can because that one's
Yeah, because he could probably see here because it's going around.
Yeah. So we got 2 Meltas and then probably like 4 las pistols. So the 2 Meltas, we got no hits. I did not roll that in the thing because.
Well, hang on, they're Cadians, right? You rolled a 1.
They only get that in the actual shooting phase, not in Overwatch.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. And then I had 4 las pistols, which we're gonna roll these in the thing. So come on, Cadians. Let's see here. We got 1. It is wounding on a 6 because it is only strength 3. It does not wound, so I believe you have a charge you can make. Now, if you roll real high, you can do devastating things to me.
Here we go. We got a 10.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Now, this is where I
don't have to go straight, do I?
You do not have to go straight. You have 10 inches, and you have to end within an inch of the target that you charge. So you might be able to do some shenanigans here.
So I'm sorry, smacking the camera. So I could go roughly here would be the best that I could do.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I would not base him.
Base you.
Do not base this guy because this is one of those things I'm going to show you here.
All right, hang on. Let me grab my actual handy dandy close combat widget.
There you go.
For my Rhino. So I just have to be within an inch.
Yep, and I think you could go a little bit further than that too.
I don't think I get much further because 10 from that one corner was somewhere over here.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, you're going to be able to do some shenanigans with that, which I do not like, but it is what it is. Did you have any other charges over here or anything?
I don't think that this guy can make it. I guess it might be worth declaring because you would not be able to hurt him easily on Overwatches. I could attempt to charge that. I would need probably an 11.
Pretty high charge.
Those would probably need a 10. Let's go ahead and we'll declare multi-charge against these 2.
Okay. So the Commissar has a bolt pistol, which he will go ahead and shoot into you. He's hitting on a 6. It does not hit. And then I've got a bunch of guardsmen. It looks like probably the front row's in rapid fire, so we're going to say probably 3 of them in rapid fire.
Yeah, what range? 12 for rapid fire?
Yeah. Shoot, it might only be 1 or 2.
No, I think... yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole unit's probably got it to this corner.
Well, we'll roll a whole bunch of dice then. Let's see here. So we got 9 guys then. So it's going to be 18 shots here from these fancy dancy guardsmen right there. Of course, they are only hitting on 6s because it's Overwatch. So here's a whole bunch of dice. I don't know, what do we got? 2 maybe? Looks like 2.
There's one right here.
3. Yep. Oh, that'd be statistical. Now they also are only strength 3, so that big old tough repulsor right there, which is toughness 8.
Here comes triple sixes.
Yeah. No.
They tried.
There's a decent roll, but not triple 6s. So let's see what that repulsor can do.
All right,
you need a pretty good charge, but if you get it, you can tie up a bunch more of my stuff.
As things are looking bleak, I have now opened for the first time in this game the daft dice, and I'm going to roll these. Here it is. I don't think 8's going to do it.
I think you probably need, what, a 9 maybe?
8 would be roughly there. So yeah, a 9. So yeah, we'll command point.
You may want to remeasure that because you were holding it at an angle.
All right, so this is a 9-inch stick. If
Okay.
that looks
Yeah.
like
So it looks like you
touching.
need a 9. Yeah.
So we're gonna command point re-roll this.
Okay.
No. See if I get my point back. I do. So at least I get the point back. All right. So I totally just dinged you guys.
That's all right. He's just a guardsman.
Here, just because he would probably be aiming towards the fight with a commissar there, he's been corrected.
He was getting ready to run away, and then I was like, no.
Yeah, he failed. We're turning back around.
Yep.
All right, so the charge with the dudes over there.
Yep.
I think my rhino's got what, 2 attacks?
It's gonna have 3 attacks.
3?
It's gonna have 3. Now, before you attack, this is really important because again, this is where the shenanigans come in.
Right?
You get to pile in 3 inches as long as you end closer to this model than you started. So you can maneuver and probably get somewhere in this area.
So this is 3 inches if that's touching my front there.
You got a little bit more there. You got to right there.
Okay, so he could go there with the front, and I could whip it around. And so what we're trying to do is get within an inch of that, is what you're saying?
No. Get within an inch of that. Your rhino is very long.
Yeah, but I can't like put one here and then whip his butt around, yeah?
No, you can go front and then front here, whip it that way.
So my back end could go further than 3?
Well, okay, so you don't have to do it yet. You have 3 inches, and then you're going to get 3 more inches after you swing. And so when you get to 3
I can consolidate at the
inches,
end.
Exactly. You got 6 inches to play with there.
Okay, so it's at the end of the thing I get to do it.
Yep. So go ahead and move your 3.
Okay.
So this is a big deal because this is going to shut off most of my fire.
I think that's roughly 3.
I think you had a little bit more, but yeah, it's not a big deal.
And the point is for me to stay an inch away from him?
That's correct. You need to be within an inch. You want him to be the closest.
Okay, yeah, so we're fine. Now I swing, yeah.
Now you get 3 attacks, which probably won't do anything.
He hits on what, 5 6s or 6s?
6s.
6s. All right, here we go. I got 2.
Oh man, that's enough to kill, dude. You're also wounding on 2s.
I got 2 wounds.
Well, this might actually kill a guy.
I might run over a dude on a horse.
You might, my damn Rough Riders. No, we did fail 1, so we are gonna put a wound on somebody who is not the sergeant. Okay, so now you get an extra 3 inches. So basically what you can do with this is why it's so important, is as long as you end closer to him, you can kind of shuffle it and go this way and tie my tank up. An Imperial Guard cannot do anything about it.
I have 3 inches, which no part of my thing could go further, but if I come around and do like that, I could actually...
As long as I'm within an inch there, which it looks like I am, and you ended closer.
And I did.
That is a legal move. You have tied up that tank.
Okay, I'm learning things.
Which is pretty good, because that thing was pretty devastating on turn 1.
Now, my consolidate move is before you swing?
Yeah. Okay, so you just did your whole activation of that unit. So you activate the unit, you pile in up to 3 inches towards the closest nearest enemy unit. And then after that, you get to swing, and then you get to consolidate. And now both the pile and the consolidate are optional, but this right here is some of the shenanigans you can do, which that's why this phase is so important, because you just turned this unit off from shooting for a turn, and there's literally nothing I can do about it.
Okay, so that actually turned out a lot better than I was expecting.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. Getting that long charge there, you got a 10-inch charge, that was a big deal.
Okay.
Had you gotten like a 6 or 7, you wouldn't have been able to do that, but getting a 10-inch charge was a big
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's really good for you.
So now you get to swing back though, yeah?
Actually, it's your turn, so you get to activate a unit that didn't charge that is in combat. So you've got those 2 tag rings over there.
These guys over here.
So you get to activate one of them.
I guess we're just gonna do the 5-man one, because why not?
Yeah, it makes sense.
They got 4 hits, and I believe 5 6s to wound.
5 6s to win.
We got 1.
Okay, now it's gonna have a 3-up save because Chimera armor. which
You
somehow
got it.
bounced out, but it did pass.
Yep.
So now I would get to activate a unit, and so we're gonna actually go with the Chimera because everything else you have is swamp.
Because you could potentially kill those two before me.
potentially
Yep.
kill before you can swing, which it probably won't, but you never know. So he got no hits. So then you would activate your only other unit that has not
All
had a
right,
chance to
two
swing.
swings back,
Yep.
and they both miss.
Okay. So then I have the Rough Riders over here, which I'll go ahead and activate. They might be able to do a wound or two. So he's pretty close. Let's see if I can get this on camera. We're gonna pile in a little bit this way. They got a 3-inch. And this is the one with the wound, if you can see him. That one right there. And these guys will do like this. Now they just have to be within an inch of a guy who's within an inch, and they have pretty big bases. So it looks like I'll probably be able to get 5 guys in there. Now because he charged me and I did not charge him, I do not get to use my hunting lances, which is unfortunate because the hunting lances are pretty good. Now I will get a bunch of attacks though. My sergeant's gonna get 4, and the other 4 guys that can swing will get 3 apiece.
Yeah, not getting hunting lances against me seems like a pretty big.
Yeah, they're a better strength with good AP and D3 damage apiece. So we're hitting on 4s. They're not super accurate, so we got some hits here. But they only get to use their base strength of 3. So my Rough Riders over there will be wounding on 6s. Maybe get lucky and strip a wound off. We got
You
2.
This one wasn't in your hand. How many wounds did you actually have?
Oh, well, we got 1. I don't know if that was it. I guess
It was already
it.
in the dice tray.
Okay, so 1 wound. I'm trying to cheat. Felt
fine.
like
He
playing
passed.
Death Guard. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy for you to miss because that building cast over. Yeah. Me and Nathan have done it plenty of times, except he probably knew it was there on purpose.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's what they do, Damn Death Guard players. Anyway, so that's it for the Rough Riders. There's really no reason for them to consolidate. I mean, I could do it, but they're not going to get any more attacks or anything, so we're just going to leave them there.
Okay, makes sense.
So over here, I've got my Lemon Rust, which again, I could pile in, but there's no reason to. He's just going to make his 3 attacks on you and hope for the best. So he's hitting on 6s, which we got 1 hit over there.
Yep.
Now he's a relatively high strength. I think it's strength 7.
To force.
Yeah, so I rolled a 5, so that's definitely a wound. No AP.
He passes.
Okay, so no damage there. So that's it as far as combat, I believe. So we have morale, but I think they only lost 1. These guardsmen right here, I'm pretty sure they only lost 1.
I think he's the remnant or part of their squad. 3,
Yeah,
6,
yeah,
9 to 10.
Oh, they might not even have lost any.
Yep, I didn't kill any.
Okay, so they didn't lose any, and then the other squad was completely annihilated.
Yep.
And other than that, just stripped some wounds and tied up a bunch of my stuff in combat.
Yep.
So it is not ideal. You've kind of boxed me in over here now, which is really interesting. You did to me what I was trying to do to you. So we're gonna, I guess, go to guard turn and see what we can do.
Yep.
All right, so here we are on Imperial Guard turn 2. Unfortunately, I did not expect this to happen because now this tank cannot shoot. Imperial Guard, their tanks cannot back out and shoot like some other vehicles can, like that repulsor over there. So he's basically useless for a turn. I don't really want to stay tied up either because I'm not gonna kill it. So I'm gonna have to back out and just do nothing for a turn, basically.
Well, you might be able to put a speed bump in front of me so I can't get to you.
So we'll see what happens there. I might be able to tie that rhino up. Maybe the wyvern, I can just charge there. So I'm probably just going to back out a bunch of stuff and maybe deal with that as best I can. We're probably going to struggle a little bit because I don't have much that can take out that repulsor. So let's do some movement, I think, yeah?
All right.
So we are going to go ahead and back out the Rough Riders over here. We're going to try to prevent whatever his name is.
Good old Azzy.
Yeah. If we're real lucky, we'll kill him in Overwatch, but that would be unlikely to say the least. Back them out a little bit. So this one is gonna move over. We'll move. We want to kind of hug cover. I don't see any reason to give you free shots since I can't shoot back.
Not much over here that could shoot you.
Well, still, the repulsor still has a bunch of guns. The Hydra this turn is going to stay where he is because he wants to shoot at the repulsor anyway, and now I'll be able to hit you on 3s. You roll on 1s, which is pretty nice. Even if I'm only strength 7, maybe I can chunk some more wounds off of it. The Hellhound also is going to kind of go over here. And my plan over here is to kind of charge it. I know that I can't tie it up, but I can at least prevent him from charging me. That's what I'm thinking on that end because I don't want him to tie up all my stuff. And then my guardsmen are just going to move up. These guys are basically just going to act as shields, so maybe I can start getting that objective here in the next turn or 2. We need as much as we can get. This is a pretty close game on points so far. I think
We start scoring for intel alive at turn 3 into turn 3?
End of turn 3, yeah.
Okay, and we start scoring.
We start getting that at the beginning of turn 2, so nobody's going to get it this turn, I don't think. But then maybe turn 4 we'll start getting it.
Okay.
So it's going to be a low scoring game for a little while.
Okay.
So my commissar is going to move up, keep the boys in line, and then we're just going to continue to move up. Maybe we can get some extra shots, get rid of those darn scouts. So they're all moving up there. Basilisk, of course, going to stay where he is. So over here is where it's interesting because this rhino really throws me for a loop. Unfortunately, it means I really can't move this wyvern too much because I don't know that I can. Maybe I can get an inch away, back out like this, and I can get over here with this chimera. It's a very interesting situation. That long charge really made a difference over here. So we're going to. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my Bulgrins and stuff out. They're really not gonna be able to do anything this turn, but they're there in case you kill that rhino, basically. So let's do that real quick. They got 3 inches, but I'm just gonna put them pretty much right there by the rhino.
Yeah, given the base size, you probably might. Well, you have like 5 of them?
Just 3.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, just 3. They take up 3 spots, so that's 10 spots total with the little priest in there. So they're kind of my backup line right now to prevent you from coming over there. So maybe I can start getting points, like I said, on turn 4, I guess it'll be, because it won't be next turn. So I think that's it for movement. So I do have some Psychic Phase stuff to do. So we're going to start over here with Psychic Maelstrom. We're going to see if we can get lucky this time. I rolled really bad last time and didn't do it. So again, it's a Warp Charge 7. If I can maybe do some Mortal Wounds to this, that'd be really cool. So I got a 7. You're probably within 24 inches to deny, but I'm not going to re-roll because I'll just fail if I do. So would you like to try to deny that?
No.
Okay, so it's going to go off. So this is on the rhino. So on a 2-up, it's going to take a mortal wound. So it does. I rolled a 2, so it's 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
Now on a 3-up, it'll take another 1. So it does not. I rolled a 1. I'm going to spend a command point because I want to do a bunch more wounds to it. So on a 3-up, it does, so it's 2 mortal wounds. On a 4-up, it does not. So we got a couple more.
Put this on a 2.
Sounds good.
Sorry.
Not my wyvern. And then over here we have Night Shroud, so he's going to go ahead and cast that. It goes off on a 5, so I got it with a 6. That's the only thing.
-1, right?
-1 to hit. It's the only other thing I can cast, so you might as well try to do it.
That is why I waited, because I would rather take mortal wounds and save a chance to hurt that thing, maybe, because I'm assuming that's what's going to get it. So here's the deny. I got an 8.
Okay, so it is denied. Don't have to worry about it. So we are going to go ahead and go to shooting. So I've got some orders. The tank can't really do anything, so I'll probably just pop smoke on him. So we'll try to remember that he pops smoke. But he can't shoot or anything, so might as well do it now. Over here, I don't have a lot of targets, but we do need to do some orders. So I'll probably just go ahead and do first rank fire, second rank fire to all 3 of these squads again. I've still got my 2 commanders there. So we'll just get a bunch of shots, hopefully at least kill that scout, maybe shoot some other scouts.
Okay.
So let's see here. Somewhere in here we have the fancy first rank fire, second rank fire card, so that's just on all the infantry there. We're just gonna take as many shots as we can, see what we can do. So to actual shooting now, my Rough Riders fell back, they can't shoot. He fell back, he can't shoot. My Hellhound is gonna try to light up that rhino, see what we can do. So we are going to get the Inferno Cannon first. It's 2d6. So we're gonna get 9 shots this time. That's a little bit better than last time. Now these are only strength 6 to your toughness 7, so they're winning on 5s.
Okay.
So we rolled really good there. We got 5 wounds. They're only -1 AP though.
All right, so 5 4-ups. We failed 1.
All right. Well, I'm gonna mark this to 3 and
Very helpful.
move on to the Heavy Flamer. So the Heavy Flamer is gonna get 5 shots. And it's gonna be the exact same thing, except strength 5, but still winning on 5s. So we got 2 also -1 AP.
Okay, here we go. Failed 1.
All right, well, we're chunking away at it. Over here, this Hellhound, I really want to do some damage to that repulsor, but I also kind of want to get rid of those scouts. Now I do have my old grudges, so I would be able to reroll wounds on the repulsor, which would be pretty handy. I think what we're going to do is put the Heavy Flamer into the the repulsor, and we're gonna do the Inferno Cannon to the scout, see if I can clear them out before they get in there as backup. So here's the Inferno Cannon for 2d6 shots. We're getting 6. And it's gonna be wounding you on 3s for 4 wounds, and they're -1 AP.
Here we go. I failed 3.
We'll clean up on them. And then the Heavy Flamer into the repulsor. We're gonna get 1. I'll just go ahead and drop a command point on that because we're Imperial Guard, we have a ton. See if maybe we can do a little better. We got 5, so that's a lot better. We're hitting on, or wounding on 5s rather, and we get to re-roll because of the old grudges. So we got 2 wounds, -1 AP.
Here we go, repulsor. He is, I think 3's failed.
Yeah, 3's fail, you need 4s. Yep.
All right, so we're gonna grab our little dial here and put ourselves to, not 9, how about 7?
Yeah, we should have like
There
9
we
left,
go.
I think.
Boom. He's either 14 or 16.
So we'll go ahead, we'll move to the Hydra. I didn't move because I wanted to be able to hit you pretty well. So I'll do the Heavy Bolter into the Scout and see if I can save myself from having to roll like 1,000 dice. And then we'll do the twin autocannons into the Repulsor. So into the Scout, we're hitting on 4s, rolling 1s because he did not move. So we got 2 hits and we get to reroll the 1 for 3 hits. And we are re-rolling, or excuse me, wounding on 3s for triple 1s.
Really?
Really?
I was reaching for dice.
Yeah, that's why it was triple 1s. So then we got the 2 autocannons, 2 twin autocannons into the repulsor. Now these are going to be hitting on 3s because the +1 against units with fly. And we're re-rolling 1s, but we didn't get any 1s. So we got 1, 2. They are only wounding on 5s, but again, maybe we can strip them down a little bit. That's the plan. We got 2 wounds on you, -1.
Here we go. You failed 1.
Okay, so it's 2 damage. My Wyvern over here is gonna put the Heavy Bolter into your Rhino, and then we're gonna go ahead and launch the missiles or whatever, the Wyvern cannons into the Scouts there, see if maybe we can get rid of them.
All right.
So we'll start with the Heavy Bolter. He did move, so he's hitting on 5s into your Rhino. Looks like we got 1, and we're wounding on 3s. For 1 wound, it's -1.
Here we go.
Yep.
He's good.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if the Wyvern cannons can do anything. So 4d6 for, ooh, really bad roll. That is gonna be 8 shots. Hitting on 5s, because he did move. And they're pretty good to hit 4 hits. And they are wounding on 4s, re-rolling because they are Wyverns. So we got 3, but re-rolling. So we got 4. There is no AP on this.
So 4 wounds?
Yep. Maybe we can get rid of those
Here we
last 2
go.
Scouts.
1 dies, 3
Yeah,
successes.
we tried.
Choo!
We'll have to roll a whole bunch of dice. All right, so we're gonna go to the infantry squad here. Let's see here. It looks like maybe the front 2 guys are within 12 inches, just about.
Okay.
So they're gonna get 4 shots. The other guys are gonna get 2 shots each. And I forgot to do the thing with the Astra Pass. You're actually gonna have a 2-up save this time. Let's see. A whole bunch of shots though, so maybe we can get rid of you without having to worry about it. Yeah, there's my Astra Pass. They had 1 turn of remembering the rules. Now we will forget for the rest of the game. Let's see here. So got a whole bunch of hits here. And then we're going to be wounding on 5, see if we can get rid of that damn scout. Looks like we got 6.
All right, here it is.
We got a 2-up though. Oh, we got him.
We're gonna use Azrael's once per game reroll.
Oh man, you're gonna make me do more?
And we're gonna command point reroll.
He was fine, you only failed 1, didn't you?
I had 2 ones.
Did you have 2 ones?
And that was a
Oh,
cocked
okay.
on the second one. He's good. Let's see if
All
we get my
right.
command point back. I do not.
And actually, I can roll to see if I get your command point through Cure Up Sequilla, which I do not, so still at 8. All right, well I guess I'm rolling more dice to get rid of that damn scout. I really would like to drop my guy.
It's really the only thing I can do.
Yeah. So obviously nobody in 12. We're just gonna take a bunch of shots. I should have a full squad over there, so it's gonna be 18 shots. Let's see as I count dice. All right, and these guys also are going to be hitting on 4s into the dice pole. We got a lot of hits again. Maybe I can make him fail more saves. No more rerolls this time. Just need to see a 1 here. So, ooh, we only got 2 wounds though. That's a lot less good. That scout's gonna survive.
He does not.
Oh, we got him. All right, cool.
That
might come in handy next turn for reasons.
It would have been, yeah, because you probably want a deep strike.
Let's see here. So I have my, I guess it's kind of a waste, but my commissar, I'm just going to shoot the bolt pistol into the tank, see if we get lucky.
Might as well.
He misses. And we'll do the same thing with my company commander. He does hit, and we're looking for a 6 to win. He misses. All right, he does not. So I think the only thing I have left is my Basilisk. I know Azrael's coming in that darn Rhino. If I get really lucky, maybe I can at least take out the Rhino so you can't get the Overwatch. So he's -1 to hit, so I'll be hitting on 5s, 0 on 1s.
Why is Azrael -1 to hit?
Yeah, the Rhino, because you pop smoke.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's what that big thing of dice is on there for.
Oh, I thought you were talking about charging. Who's shooting me?
I'm thinking about the Basilisk here.
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out. So, I mean, maybe I can do another wound or 2 to the repulsor. I just don't expect to do very much against it. And I'm going to charge it so you can't charge me, so I'm not as worried about it. I kind of need to take this Rhino out, actually. So, you know what? This one's not -1 to hit, so I'm going to drop the Basilisk into this Rhino.
Okay.
So we have, let's see here, how many shots? So we got 4 shots. We're going to be hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. So just 1, but we do reroll that 1. Just 1 hit. It's not great.
The Rhino might live.
I think so too. It's going to win on a 3. It is a 1, and I think I already used my command point.
I think so.
Yeah, pretty sure I did. So I think that's it for shooting. So a lot of stuff fell back this turn and will not be able to charge, but I am going to make a couple charges. So I'm going to charge my Wyvern into your Rhino so you can't charge me anymore.
Okay. So might as well get some Overwatch.
You might as well take the Overwatch.
So 4, 6, 8. Here we go. I got 3 6s.
And
5
up to 7. Yep.
No wounds.
Okay, so charge range, good enough. We got a 4, but that will be plenty. I just need to bump you so you can't charge me. That's all that matters there. And I'm basically do the same thing with the this Hellhound into you.
I get lots of dice.
You get a lot of dice.
2, 4,
I just don't want you
6,
charging
8.
my stuff because that is bad.
So here's the Storm Bolters first. We got 2. 1 wound.
All right, we have a 3-up save, which we are good.
2 grenade thingies. Nada. Just because that was not a dice, it was a 6, so it would have been nice. So here's the Twin Linked Heavy Bolter. No 6s. Here's the 6-shot, not onslaught, but the other Gatling cannon.
Yep.
No 6s. And here's the big cannon, which got 2. And wounds on, I believe, 5s?
Yep.
No wounds.
All right, well, the Hellhound will charge you. It doesn't really matter. He got a 5, but again, I just don't want you charging me, so he's really just gonna bump into you there. And I think that's it for charges. There's really, I can't charge through the Rhino, or the Chimera rather, so I'm in a weird position because you came around here, and I was hoping you would fall back, and you did not. so you kind of messed me up there. I think that's it, so let's go ahead and we'll do a charge. Doesn't really matter, nothing's gonna do anything probably. We'll just start with the Wyvern and see if maybe we can strip another wound off
go for it.
So we're hitting on 6s, we got nothing. And then assuming you don't want to interrupt, probably
No,
not.
no,
Yeah,
no.
so we'll do the Hellhound into that, also hitting on 6s, which we got 2 hits. Now your toughness 8, I think I'm strength 6, so 5's to wound. We got 1.
Here we go. Yep, he failed.
Oh man.
So he is bracketed, and we get D6 hits. 6.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, didn't matter.
And we're hitting on 6s. We got 1.
All right, and you're probably wounding me on a, I don't know, 4 or 5.
Oh, I think a 5 will do it.
5 will do it. So we got a 3-up save, which we're good. So yeah, that was basically as expected. You do actually get to go with the Rhino, which gets 3 attacks back into me as well.
Here we go, Rhino. 2 things. Nothing.
He tried. I think, oh, you know what we did forget? We forgot this.
Go for it. That's fine.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. I would have had first, so I'm going to go ahead and just swing the Chimera into those 2 Space Marines, see if it does anything. It does not, and then you get to swing back.
2 Space Marines. I got 1 hit. No wounds.
Yep, and that's it for me, so you get to go again.
5 bros. I got 4. And we got 1 wound.
All right, let's see if you can get a wound off. You do.
So he's got, what, 7 left?
Yep, 7 left.
All right.
And that's it. That did not go quite as well as my first turn.
All right, so I guess we're getting ready to go into Dark Angel's turn, what, 3?
Turn 3. Let's
3.
do it. All right.
All right, so going into Dark Angel's turn 3, we got to figure out some things that we can do. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to move over to Tim's side of the table, and we're going to dump out some Tactical Marines. This is the furthest I've ever moved in any of my games.
Movement's pretty important in 8th edition.
So we have 3 inches to disembark. So the furthest I could go is there, but I need this guy to be nearest, which I just nicked him a little bit. So let's just plop some dudes down and then kind of see where I would need to be. So that's 3. So he's definitely closer. That one is. So if I go over here, I think if I do, oh no, I'd have to be on over here.
And just remember that you have to be an inch away from any of my models, but I don't think you're gonna have that problem. It's just a little crowded over here. A lot of tanks playing bumper cars.
Okay, and whoops.
And for what it's worth, that Astropath has a 6-up save, 3 wounds, toughness 3, and that is it.
Okay. I think if I position properly, that looks like he's probably the nearest. That's the intent.
What do you think, viewers? I think so too.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we've done that properly. Now we're gonna come over here, and this could be my demise, but we're going to dump Azrael back out. So here he comes. He's coming out.
All the way. We're gonna watch him come out.
All right, so there he is, and he's gonna go ahead and get his move on. Actually, hang on, disregard.
Disregard?
We're cheating for a moment. He's not getting out yet. These Tactical Marines are backing out first.
Interesting.
That makes a lot more
See, I was
sense.
hoping you would do that last turn. Dang it.
Okay, so yes, let's just back up kind of like so. Whoops. I think that's probably reasonable, and at least for your deep strike dudes. This is a 9-inch thing. All right, so here we go. Bad news is we're opening up a big hole for you. All right, so something like that. Now Azrael's gonna get out. We return to our previously determined strategy. And he's barely popping out of 3. Woo! And he's gonna move 6 inches forward. Right there. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and move Brother Librarian Nabil over there, who is wounded.
Yeah,
Okay.
he blew his brain up a little bit.
He did. This is the, I should have just left this here. The tactical squad that's in here is also gonna get out. So here we go. All right. Boop. Okay, so there's the cannon. As I throw my models, because that is
get a better view.
that is the smart thing to do. Throw things.
All this stuff happening behind the scenes over here. Whole bunch of dudes that I kind of forgot about.
What's my strategy? I was hoping you'd forget about it.
Well, it worked.
Okay, so 6-inch move. Dur, 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 dur. Dur, 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 dur. Okay, so I think that is, oops, roughly reasonable. Repulsor, he's gonna go ahead and move.
Yeah.
I totally bookmarked the page so I know his movement. His movement is now 5.
Oh, he's kind of slow.
Yes, he is. So his back end would be roughly there. Let's move the scout first. Scouter bro. I could just run him forward and die.
Yeah, he could do that.
Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and just go.
Might as well find a use for him somehow.
Yeah, he'll just go 6 inches. Meow. And this guy, I'm gonna go ahead and move him his whopping 5, so roughly right here, ish. So leaving, but because he has fly, I still get to shoot things. Boop. All right. All right. This rhino here is going to get an inch away from our fighters.
Yup.
Okay, and head on, like a Space Marine should be. Going into the shooting phase.
Are you sure?
Oh, second phase.
Yeah.
I always forget it. Bob has to remind me too. Let's go ahead and attempt to manifest Smite. This.
Yep, that's a little hit for sure.
Oh, is Smite a 6 or a 5?
It is a 5.
Oh, I got it on a 5.
I'll probably go ahead and try to deny that. I think, let's see, where's your librarian? I've got 2 psychers in range, so I can try to deny both. So we'll start with this dude. So I'm looking for a 6 or higher, so I fail to deny.
Here we go.
So let's see, D3 mortal wounds.
I get 1. And do I want to reroll? We're gonna leave it as it is.
Okay, so just 1 mortal wound, so that will knock it down to 6.
All right. For the second power, we're gonna try and cast Aversion on the Bullgrins. I
Interesting.
got it on a 10.
All right, well, we are going to try to deny that from the other astropath, but we're looking at an 11 to stop it. We do not.
You
We rolled
tried.
an 8, so not quite there. So those Bullgrins are -1 to hit. Can you put your card next to them? Because I will forget that.
Aversion.
So they'll be hitting on 4s instead of on 3s.
Okay. So shooting time. You think? I think. Yeah, he should be able to see like back in here.
Oh, the Chimera? Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do some shooting. When I measure for rapid fire, is it nearest point, or nearest visible?
You actually, so you measure to make sure that it is within range. So it's not necessarily nearest visible.
Okay, so it's in range of 12.
Yep. You have to make sure it is both visible and in range, but
Okay. The question is, do I actually want to waste the storm bolters on them, or I could throw some into these guys over here, which are in 12? And they're visible and in 12.
yeah, you got a lot of targets.
I do have a lot of targets, so just my hitting is going to be rough. Let's we're gonna go ahead and throw heavy bolter and storm bolters into those, and everything else into him. So let's get the storm bolters out of the way.
Now you're probably hitting on 4s now, is that right?
It is correct. So rapid fire storm bolters into the Cadians, and let's get the poo-poos out of here. And moving on 3s. All right, so you got 4 saves.
All right, and they are going to have a 5-up save. Looks like we are going to pass 2 fail.
Not bad.
So that is out of this squad right here. So we're going to remove these 2 guys.
Okay. Heavy bolter. Or twin heavy bolter. That was a pretty good
That
roll.
was a really good roll.
That wounded on 3s. Yep. That was definitely cocked.
We're seeing some wounds here. All right,
Yep.
5. So these are going to be 6-up saves, so we're probably going to lose a big chunk of this squad. Which we passed 1. Would have been a decent roll if it wasn't that AP -1.
It
It wasn't
would
for
have been.
meddling AP.
Yeah.
So we got 4 more dead. We'll just pull these guys off. I want to keep the sergeant alive.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and fire our assault cannon thingy-bobs into the Chimera.
All right.
See several 1s and 2s and 3s. That's still it's not a terrible dice roll. I'll take it. Come here, dice. Let's pick it up.
Yep, that's probably easier.
All the dice. All right, so wounding on
5 and
5s.
6s, yep. Tough to say.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got a chunk of them, okay.
Yep, I'll take it.
Yep, and these are -1 AP, so I'm just going to be having a 4-up save, which we rolled pretty good, so we're going to take 1 wound. Bring me down over here to a grand total of 5.
All right, we're gonna roll our 2 grenades. 1 hits, 1 misses. Bring on 5s. It fails to wound. All right. Let's go ahead and shoot with. I want to do the tactical squad first. Or risk it with Azrael.
Do the tac squad. Well,
Azrael's in rapid fire range.
If he
with
were
his
to
thing.
kill himself, it'd be so bad that you'd probably.
I wouldn't
really
overcharge
shoot
him.
miss. Oh,
but he's got a
okay.
Mastercrafted bolter. It's in rapid fire range and a plasma. I can fire both, hitting on 3s. And the Mastercrafted bolter is 2 damage, I believe, flat.
Yep. That's true.
So it would be double shots, and then the plasma's in double range. And basically, I want to see if I could do it and what we could do.
Yeah.
So it's worth trying. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So Azrael rapid fire range will start with the Mastercrafted bolter. Those hits, wounded on 5s. We got 1 wound.
And these are AP -1, I think?
That's correct.
All right, so we're going to have a 4-up save, which we do pass.
Okay. His plasma. He re-rolls. Ooh, no, because it's -1, so the 3
It is
would
-1.
have. Don't get a re-roll of 3. And
Wait,
fails.
did you roll a 3?
I did have a 3. So I did.
3 should hit, shouldn't it? Because you're -1, you don't hit on 2.
You're right. I did have 1.
Yeah, so the
Sorry.
2 misses, but the 3 should
Yep.
hit. So you went on 4 here.
No one.
It didn't matter. So
All right.
making sure we get the rules right, but otherwise.
All right. Well, then these guys are gonna have to fire. The question is, do I want to do the plasma shenanigans? I think if I use the stratagem and don't worry about blowing my brains out, I'm gonna have 4 shots. That's gonna average 1.5, so maybe 5 shots at 2 damage each might do it, but if I roll bad, it won't. So yeah, so let's go ahead and we're going to overcharge, and we are going to use the stratagem. So see if I get my point back from the stratagem for +1 to plasmas. I do.
And I also get to see if I get a point. I do not. No luck for Kurov's Aquila tonight.
All right, so D6 shots for the plasma cannon.
It's D3.
Oh, D3, sorry.
Yep, but
So
you got 3.
got 3. All right, so here's the plasma cannon. He is -1 to hit because he moved. All right, so that will fail. And yeah, so I get to reroll 2s, right?
Yeah, you get to roll 1s and 2s.
Okay, so it still fails. I'm gonna put this to the side. I'll roll the wounds together because they're the same overcharged, I believe. So plasma's in rapid fire range. Reroll the fails. You want to just say 1 was on each dude because I didn't specify. And they're
Oh yeah,
overcharged.
that's fine. That's
Okay,
fine.
so yeah, we'll roll separate. 1 for one guy, Sergeant. He's good. 1 for the other dude. He still fails, but that's okay.
Yep,
All
everybody
right,
dies.
I totally forgot that I overcharged Leeward and
That's
rapid fire
okay.
range.
It's gonna work out the same.
Okay, so wounded on 3s, right?
Yep, yeah, that's only tough as 7.
Okay, so overcharge is probably good. So it's AP -3, right?
Yep. So I'm gonna have 6-up saves. I have to pass 2 of these to survive because these are 3 damage a pop.
Yep.
Which I do.
Okay.
So that's gonna bring them down to 2.
I've still got my bolters over here in rapid fire range.
Now you can't do it with the guys that fell back.
No, it's the 2
Oh,
guys on the
okay.
squad I didn't shoot.
Oh,
I just
cool,
did the
cool,
plasma
cool.
first.
Yeah, makes sense.
Rerolling the fails. Okay. So I got 3 5s. Got 1.
All right, let's see what happens to the Chimera. He does fail. That brings him down to 1. Your librarian also can shoot, and he probably has a crack grenade too if you want to use that.
Ooh, I didn't know anything about crack grenades. Yeah, so he'll throw that, whatever that does.
Yeah, it's strength 6, AP -1, D3 damage.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Reroll from Azzy. All right. What's the range on crack?
It's only 6 inches.
Okay, so he'll fire his pistol. He hits. No wounds. Okay. We need that to. We need that. We need that dead.
Well, I can only move 4 inches now because it's bracketed.
I'm not worried about that.
Super
I
in the way.
have strategies.
Okay.
Which could go bad for me, but it is what it is.
You have this squad back here too.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. So, looks like my sergeant's probably within 12 of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would at least have his rapid fire. Possibly taking it down.
If you're worried about killing that astropath, you should. He should die real easily.
All right. Let's go ahead and. Well, it's tough because I don't know how many plasma I need to devote to him.
Well, yeah, again, the Astropath only has, he's 3 wounds, toughness 3 with a 6-up armor. No invuln.
I'm not worried about him, I'm talking about my other dudes. Yeah, like what I should devote to this.
Gotcha.
Like, should I put all the plasma into or 2 of the plasma? If I put the plasma gun in the front and the one in the back, it's 3 shots because the back one's not in rapid.
Yeah.
Or I could put the big cannon, who's -1 to hit.
We haven't used your command point yet, so you've got that to think about too. So like if you miss with a shot you have to hit with a fail to wound, you can use your roll.
Yeah, let's do the the rapid fire one of this, the cannon into this, and the other one's in the Astropath.
Okay.
So the rapid fire in the front.
Let's see what happens.
They both hit.
Yeah, so now you're gonna super overkill.
So wounding on 4s because it did not overcharge.
Oh, okay.
Because he's toughness 7, right?
Yeah.
They both wound.
All right, well, we got to pass double 6s to survive here. We do not, so he is dead, and no command point will help with that. So on 6, he explodes. He does. Now that's interesting. I kind of like that, and I kind of don't like that.
Well, Librarian Nabil might die.
Yeah, but you might also get rid of my Volgrins and one of my characters. I think I have to spend a point to reroll.
Okay.
I kind of would like it to explode, but I think we need to not lose my Ogres and stuff. So.
There's a 6. Nope.
No, okay, so it does not explode, but it is destroyed, which is probably what you want, because I think you want to charge some Volgrins, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, sad days for the Volgrins.
That is the intent. All right, so let's go ahead and get the other shots into them. The heavy cannon he's not going to get to fire because his shots would have went off into the warp. So the rapid fire into him with the plasma. We didn't overcharge, and I'm in the shooting phase with nothing left to shoot, so yeah, we'll command point it. I've already got one back this turn, so drops me down to 7.
And I'll see if I get it in a second.
Okay. I did. Oh, I did command point. Right.
Yep.
Sorry. So I got those 2 hits.
I finally get a command point back. And that means I can't get any for the rest of the round.
And I'm wounded on 2s, right? Because this is 7.
That's right.
So wounded on 2s.
So that's going to bring him down to 1 wound.
Daft Dice doing work. And we've got 2 rapid fire bolters.
He is one of my intel dudes.
The 1 bolter missed. The other bolter rolled double 1s as well.
Oh, jeez.
Well, as soon as I got excited about Daft Dice. Okay. I think that's going to take us... I don't have anything left to shoot. Because that already shot, right?
No, it has not. Yep.
So here we go.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and fire its 8 shots into those dudes.
Don't kill my Rough Riders. I haven't had a chance to do anything yet. Prove how awesome they are.
They're going to try. You said the toughness 3?
Toughness 3, unfortunately. So let's see what toughness 4.
So we got 5. And I would agree. I feel like if they're on a mount, they should get +1. But
I know, right?
it is what it is.
So we have 5-up saves, which we rolled okay. So we're going to lose 1 dude.
It's not too bad.
And take a wound, which actually one of them's already wounded, so we're going to lose 2.
Okay.
So we're going to take this guy off, and we'll take this guy off. Right there. Leaving me with 6 of my fancy dancy Rough Riders.
All right.
Probably charge phase.
Yep, I think we're going to be doing some charges. And because it needs to happen, we're going to do a multi-charge over here, tank and character. Back tank.
Okay, so these guys tank and that?
Yep.
Okay, so...
I might be able to daisy chain that.
You probably can if you roll a decent charge. So the Astropath has a las pistol, so he actually hits on a 6. He is wounding on a 5, however, which he does not wound.
Okay. So charge distance?
Well, the
oh,
tank
right. Go for it.
So let's see here. We're just going to do it right here.
Yep.
So the heavy stubber gets 3 shots, of which we got no 6s. I'm not going to overcharge these because there's no reason to take wounds. So we've got 2 plasma sponsons, 2 D3 shots each for 4 shots. We got a 5 and a 1. You can't see either of those, but I promise that's what they are. So hitting on 6s, we got 2, which is pretty good. And then we are wounding on 3s because I did not overcharge. So we only got 1. It's -3.
That little guy does.
You get a 6-up.
Oh, here we go.
Actually, yeah. So it's a 6-up if you take it on that guy first and I do anything else, you got to cover after that.
We've been doing normal cover, not any house ruled cover. So I'm not actually.
That's normal cover. If all the models are 50% obscured behind cover,
okay,
you'll be able to get it.
All right. So
for infantry.
Yeah, but that's
So, yeah, I don't know if you want to do it for the plasma, but if he does die, then you'll start getting cover after that.
We're just going to go for the 6.
Okay.
The guy still dies.
Okay.
All right.
And then we have a las cannon, which misses royally with a 1. And then we have 1 shot from the thing, so well, D6 shots for, that is a 5. We were looking for 6s here from the big cannon. We got 2.
You're rolling really good with it.
And then we're wounding on 3s, because once again, I did not overcharge. So we did get 2.
Okay, or if you'll hand me, actually, I'll just take it. Can you hand me the plasma cannon as well, because I can't quite reach him. Thank you.
So I think that is going to ruin your ability to daisy chain, so now you're going to have to figure out which target's more important, the one giving me points or the tank to prevent it from shooting.
Well, it's going to be the guy giving me points, because I rolled a 3.
That is a 3, unless you want to spend a point to reroll.
No. Yeah, because if I stop him from giving you points, it's fine. That tank can shoot whatever he wants at this point.
Fair enough.
So.
Yeah, there's not that much left to shoot.
Yep, and then they get, is it pile in now, or do I do the rest of the charges?
Do the rest of the charges.
Okay. Yep. Tactical squad into Bulgrin.
They have no Overwatch. So
actually,
you can go nuts.
Is this a case where I should also declare him just because you're probably heroic anyway?
He doesn't have anything either, so like if you wanted to, there's no Overwatch. If you did happen to, okay, so I assume you're gonna charge Azrael. So if you charge both of them as targets, then you can hit either of them. If you only charge the Bulgrins and Azrael charges in and kills the Bulgrins, they cannot attack him.
But you could heroically intervene, so it's better for me just to declare.
Just go ahead and do it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'll be able to heroically intervene because I don't think I can get within an inch. But again, if Azrael kills the Bulgrins, then you'll be able to hit me before I can.
Okay. So these tactical bros charge into the Bulgrin.
Yep.
I think a 7 is probably going to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty close, but this is a 6. Yeah, so I can definitely get all of them.
Yep.
All right, so.
Well, maybe they'll get to punch you before they die.
Okay. Actually, I should position this slightly better.
I was about to say, you might want to leave a spot for the important guys there.
Yep. Okay. Azrael is going to do the same thing.
Yep. Both. I cannot do anything about it.
Yeah, 10 will do it.
Yeah, 10 will definitely do it.
There's strategy for that. Want to be just inside Beta.
Yep.
And Brother Nabil.
For him, yep.
And I think a 6 will do it.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Well, that's bad news for the Bulgrins. Yeah, it's a good thing you killed that Chimera.
That was my plan. And actually, hang on. Before I get him all the way in. No. I got.
You do have to end within an inch to successfully make it.
We're fine. All right, I'm moving your Bulgrin with my damn.
It's fine. You have
thing.
it. Yeah. He just has a big stick. Big stick.
I just broke. Oh, he's magnetized.
It's magnetized. Yeah.
Okay, so he was like.
You did not break the
there.
Bulgrin.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, so I'll turn and we'll face his backwards.
That's fine.
Okay, which makes sense.
I think I was a little closer because I think Azrael was
nudge him.
Yep. Yeah, there you go. Something like that.
Okay.
So that is a interesting combat.
Okay, so, and now I would choose who swings first because if the order matters, if I went with him, then you're going to counter because you can swing.
Yes. Do you have any other charges you wanted to do first?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, so let's
I'm glad you reminded me because I got excited about this.
Yeah, I figured. I was pretty sure that's what you were doing over here. Why would they get to do anything this game?
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and charge over here.
Okay, I do get to Overwatch.
Oh, right. Go for
probably won't do anything, but you never know. So I got 4 las pistols here.
So you got 2. Man, your Overwatches this turn have been great.
Really good, yeah. They are wounding on 6s, however. Now, if these were meltas, it would be worth something, but it's not. And then I do have the 2 melta guns as well.
That'll do it.
Which, nope, no hits. So, yep, you got it.
Yeah, so double 1 should do it, but for formality's sake,
yeah,
we got it.
And 8 will definitely do it. But there's no way you can do any shenanigans this time. You're just going to go right into them.
Yep. So let's do Azrael first.
That's probably a good idea.
Who I have used twice now in melee, and I never remember what he does.
I think he's pretty good in melee.
He's not bad, but now I have to dig
We'll see if he's good enough to kill 3 Bulgrins.
All right, so for Azrael, he's got 5 attacks, and his melee weapon's called Sword of Secrets. So he's hitting on 2s. This is strength plus 2.
That's pretty good. How much damage does it do?
D3.
Okay, because they're 3 wounds apiece, so I'm glad it's not flat 3. That would have been bad.
So Sword of Secrets, so I said it was 5 attacks. So here we go. Let's roll our 5. Re-rolling the 1. Mm-hmm. It hits. So strength 6, what's our toughness?
Toughness 5.
So wounded on 3s. We got 4.
And what's the AP on that?
This is AP -3.
Okay, so they have a 2-up save because of the shield, so we're gonna go to a 5-up save here. So let's see what we can do. We failed them all. Don't think it's worth a command point here, so I think you're just gonna get to do some damage.
Okay, so here we go.
Gotta do them one at a time.
3.
So that is a dead dude. We will take off not the leader. 2, so 1 more will auto kill the next guy.
Okay, and then 1 more.
And then 1 more. Yep, so if you roll a 3, they're just dead. So
I haven't used a command point.
You've not used a command point.
Okay. Yep, let's try it.
All right.
So we'll try and command point. I've already got 1 back this turn.
I got 1 back, so I can't do anything.
Here we go. Yep.
Well, they didn't get to do anything. Sad
Okay,
days.
so they declared, they were all declaring both of them.
Yeah.
So now I would be able to choose the next.
Yeah, first, technically, you would finish your consolidate move with Azrael, but he doesn't really have anywhere he can go because you can't move other people's bases. So
I should be able to fit through that, yeah.
You think so? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look like it from here, but
I would think
if he
so.
can.
I mean, that was my intention. Like, my whole point is to move forward.
Okay. I mean, you're within the objective. That's what
Yeah. I mean, if need be, I could have had those guys a little bit back. So yeah.
Okay.
So I would have to go towards him, which would be 3.
Yep.
Which would be roughly. Yeah, I think he was really close if he couldn't. Which might screw him out of getting in, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. But okay, so now he's done. Now I would choose the next combat for the
Yeah,
charge.
and I have the
And
option to
2.
interrupt, but I'm not going to because there's really nothing else that's going to matter.
Okay,
if you had
so-
left a couple alive, I would have probably interrupted.
So the librarian actually. No, there's no reason for him to pile in. Actually, yeah, he's going to pile in, which would be kind of that way.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now these little bros. So, 3 inches. Okay, so.
You know, actually, can I make a suggestion?
Go for it.
And you might want to, I don't know, you might backtrack it. If you don't move Azrael forward and you can get in there and kill him with that, then these guys can move 3 and move 3 and tie up shit.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to do anything now, yeah? Because the charge target's dead.
No, okay, so look. So if Azrael's not there, then he can move 3, get within an inch of him. If he can kill him, then these guys, when they pile in, they still get to activate because they charge. So they can move 3 inches, wherever 3 inches is, and then move another 3 inches and tie up both of these units.
Okay, so.
So you need to do it right, but if you do it, you could potentially get these out of the fight too.
Okay, so. All right, and Azrael's still within 3 of that, yeah?
Yeah, you're definitely.
Okay, yeah, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll go ahead and do the librarian then.
Okay.
All right. So now that we've backtracked and adjusted things, thank you for the suggestion, because I didn't know that. I thought they were just done.
No. This is the the most important part of the game right now is all this movement and stuff. Yeah.
So he's got 3 attacks, and he's got a staff.
Yep.
So here we go. I'll roll these over here so we can see them.
Well.
Okay, so he gets
Sort
to
of
re-roll 1 of them.
Yep. Because I.
Yep. Okay. Whoops. And this is +2, AP -1.
Okay, so you're gonna be winning on 2s.
All right, so we got 3 wounds, and it's AP -1, D3 damage.
Okay, he actually only has a 4-up invuln save. I think he might have like a 6-up armor, but who cares? So 4-up invulns, which he failed 1.
So D3 damage.
D3. 3. That might just kill him. Let me double check. I think he's 3 wounds. Okay, so they are 4 wounds. So my priest is actually down to 1. She did 3. Almost gone.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move the aversion card because the unit I averged, the
Is
aversion
gone.
is dead.
Yep. But now those Marines can probably super kill that dude.
And I can go 3 and then get over here, or is that
That's
straight
correct.
towards it?
You just have to move closer to him than you started. So you can move your full 3 and get maybe on this side.
Yeah.
Right there.
Somewhere right
and
next
then
to me.
potentially.
And this guy will do roughly the same.
I don't think you might be able to get within an inch of the Hellhound if you kill him, but I think you will.
Okay, so I have to do a little bit of wiggle diggle here. Okay, yeah, I think that guy's within an inch.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do the sergeant first because he's the important one. 3 attacks.
Do you
Okay,
have a power source on?
he does.
Same save.
All right, so 4, and actually since it is the same, we'll just go ahead and do the other 3
Yeah,
guys.
just do them all at the same time. He only has a 4-up invuln.
4 dice. Here we go.
That's worth talking about. Right?
Yep, reroll. All right, so roll into wound.
Don't forget your power sword.
Yep. So we got 3 wounds off of that, and power sword. Got 3 wounds off, so 6.
Unless he passes all of these, he is dead. So we're gonna roll him right here. We have a 4-up invulnerable, which no, we failed a bunch. So he is definitely dead, which is fine because he was really there to buff the Bullgrins, and now that they're gone anyway, he is basically useless.
Okay, so
back over here.
For my consolidate, they'd have to go towards the nearest, which looks like his nearest is over here.
You have to end closer to the nearest model than what you started.
Which I would assume the guardsmen for this guy, actually probably these
Probably.
two.
They have to end closer, so they don't have to necessarily go in a straight line, you just have to move closer.
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
if he goes here, he's closer than he started.
Yeah, so this is
And I
the...
can kind of move
That's
that
okay,
guy,
this is the intention. So he'd probably have to go towards that.
Yeah. But it looks like you are able to get within an inch.
Of that?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
Does that look like?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, which is what you wanted. So.
Actually, to be honest with you, that's not even what I was thinking. What I was
really?
actually thinking was...
well, it's going to keep you from getting roasty toasty.
I wanted to keep them as the nearest enemy so that
Yeah,
those didn't
so
die.
the librarian doesn't
Because
die.
now I've corralled on the objective, and starting
Makes
my turn, I get
sense.
points if you don't take them off.
That is correct.
Now we have this one to do.
Yep. Yeah, definitely not going to interrupt. So just
Okay,
do your
here we
thing.
go. Here's my 3 dice for the power sword first.
Yep. Got a couple hits there.
Got 2. That's statistical for space.
Yeah. 3s.
Yep. So 3.
Does he have a power sword?
Yep.
Oh, then he is just dead.
All right. And they will consolidate.
Which that is one of my intel keepers, so that's not great.
Boop, boop, boop. All right. And see, I knew those would be able to consolidate
Yeah,
into
that's
it.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
It worked out for you, so.
Okay. Over here.
Yep. See if the Rhino can do anything.
I think I might have done better stuff with charging than I did shooting.
See, and that's against guard. You got to time up. If you try to get in an outright shootout, you're gonna lose.
Okay.
You have to be able to do other stuff, and that's what you've been able to do, and it's really put me on my back foot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it completely changed. You have the tank over there, but now that I have things tied in melee, he's gonna like shoot a rhino.
Yeah, I mean, I can back stuff out and shoot at your dudes, but like, cool,
Yep.
I killed a couple tactical
Yep.
Marines. You know.
All right. So go ahead and swing here. I need 6s. I got nothing.
All right. Is there anything else that you have? I think you have this actually, the last Rhino here.
Yep.
Yep, and I think that's it, and then I'll get to activate with all of my units.
Here we go. I got 2.
Oh shoot!
My little treads are driving up on
You're
you.
probably winning on 4s or 5s. 5s definitely
Yeah,
win.
so we got one.
We got 1. He does have a 3-up save, which he passes. So good job, Wyvern. You're just doing nothing. So over here, I get to activate basically at will. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this Hellhound into. We'll do it into these TAC Marines. They've actually lost a few so far this turn, so maybe if I can do 1 more wound, I could potentially make them fail a leadership test. So he only gets 1 attack because he's down to 1 wound. He is hitting on a 6. He does not hit. Over here, the Wyvern into your Rhino. We got a hit.
Yeah, it's almost even better.
You can't see it, but it was a hit. Winning on a 4 or 5, a 3 definitely does not wound. And then over here, we have the Rough Rider. So I'll just go ahead and pile in, get some attacks over here. Might as well. Now I don't know what to do, if I should back out or stay there. But we got 4 from the Sergeant and 3 from the other guys. So that's gonna be 19 attacks. So I'm gonna count those dice here and see if my Rough Riders can contribute to this game.
They have been a speed bump for rhinos at least.
They have. So we got a bunch of hits over here. We're winning on 6s because they're still only strength 3.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just other than charging all your stuff, charging those alone is a good idea.
Yeah, and I got nothing.
All right. So I have a leadership test. I lost 3 in that squad, so a 5, 6.
Fail, 'cause
Yep,
you're
okay.
Sergeant.
So here we go, Sarge. Here it is, the daft dice. I got a 5,
Okay, so you're good.
barely. And I don't get to score that until the start of my turn, right?
That's right. Yep, the start of your next turn.
And we start scoring for intel leaders at the end of the turn.
At the end of the round.
So we would both score them.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
we both
so-
score at the same time for that.
Okay, fair enough. So I guess we're gonna be going into Imperial Guard turn 3.
Sounds good. Let's see what I can do to get out of this hole.
All right.
All right, so we're going to Imperial Guard turn 3. This is the bottom of turn 3. Justin's really put me in a tight spot here with all this stuff in my backfield. So, for example, I want to move my tank here and shoot at them, but that means I have to get rid of this first, and the tank's the only thing that's going to be able to get rid of that. So I'm going to have to fall back, and if I don't kill that, he's going to be able to charge me, which is going to be super annoying. So I really need
It is wounded. What do I have, like 3 wounds missing on it?
4 wounds. You got 6 wounds left.
Yeah,
so I should be able to kill it, but if I whiffed, I could be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, if you whiff, that's bad.
Yeah, exactly, because you're just going to charge right into him, and then we're in trouble. But he rolled really good on turn 1, so maybe...
You rolled really good on Overwatch, otherwise I would have tied him up.
That's true, that's true. So we're just going to back my Wyvern out at this point, because I need to get rid of that, and if he's tied up, I can't shoot it. Same thing with the Hellhound. Now, he can only move 4 inches because he is beat to heck. And actually, you know, one thing we forgot at the end of your turn, I actually had a morale test on these guys right here that I should have taken. I lost 5, their leadership 8 because of the Commissar. So we're gonna see. What
yeah, because I took Daft's dice, or the roll with Daft dice.
So I rolled a 1, so they're fine. Okay. But just to make sure we don't forget, we don't want to cheat. So speaking of my Commissar, I can't let you have that point without at least contesting it. So I need to get up there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a guardsman screen here.
Yep, kind of like what I tried to do.
Yep. Put the guard in front, stay an inch away. That looks like an inch. Close to an inch away. And then we're gonna move the Commissar up. And we are going to, so I've still got these 2 characters with intel, so both of them are gonna move up within 3. My Psyker is whatever.
So intel guy in the gray coat?
Yeah, the Commissar and the company commander are intel. My Psyker that also had the intel is dead.
Okay.
So we're just going to move the guardsmen up here. What I'm really hoping is that I can get rid of most of your attack marines real quick. That is certainly the hope. And then maybe get rid of one of your characters so we can contest that objective if nothing else, so you don't get a whole bunch of points. So, the Hellhound, as much as I want to get rid of your stupid repulsor, I don't think I'm going to be doing it this game. The Hellhound is going to move there, basically get as close as possible so I can heavy flamer them. This tank's going to stay where he is because I'm going to be shooting at the Rhino anyway, and I might as well get the rerolls from staying stationary. I really need to get rid of that because, again, if I don't, he's just going to charge me and tie me up forever. Now
that I know that rhinos are marked by corn and that's all they're supposed to do.
Well, you know, they protect guys and then they charge stuff.
They're suicidal is what they are.
That's how I use them. They work pretty well.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to actually pull the Rough Riders out of combat. I know they're not going to ever get to charge anything in this game, but maybe I'll get lucky on Overwatch because I'm going to make you keep charging me and potentially blow you up. Get real lucky. That's the goal. And also keep you from coming over here and tying up more stuff with more rhinos because it's very frustrating. Who would have thought? The Basilisk is fine where he is. So one thing Justin did remind me, I have Stormtroopers that I almost forgot about.
Let no one say that I am not a good sport.
That's right.
He told me that if I hadn't reminded him, he probably would have forgotten they would have died.
I would have. So I'm mostly going to ignore the repulsor, but it's still a lot of shots.
I can help you.
Oh, we're good. So we're going to go...
Well, I mean, if you need a deep strike denial, that's 9 inches right there.
Oh.
Straight up.
Man, it even says deep strike denial.
It does.
On it. Wow.
Deep strike denial.
That's really handy.
It's going to be in our gamer packs.
Yeah, you hear that? Death Ray Designs. Buy them while you can.
Well, buy them when you can.
When you can.
They're not available yet. We're working on it. I know. Wheels from Twitchland is really excited about getting it.
All right, and we're going to bring the other guys in. Those are the Plasma. We're going to bring the Melta Squad in as well. If that repulsor is still alive, he can continue to charge my crap, which I do not like, because the one army that's more vulnerable than Space Marines to being charged is Imperial Guard. At least you have a stratagem that lets you fall back and still shoot.
Indeed.
Yeah. We cannot. So we're gonna probably leave the Hydra there. It's just gonna keep planking away. Again, maybe if I can kill that repulsor, that would put me in a halfway decent spot to at least have this side of the table wrapped up. I think that's it for movement. I don't see anything else. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go to Psychic. Unfortunately, my Astropath, when he casts Smite, he only gets it on 1d6, so the best I could get is a 6. And you would get +1 to your deny right now.
Yep, Psychic could.
Because of Psychic could. So the chances of you denying are super high. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do Night Shroud and maybe see what we can do. So we're getting it on a 5, which we do get on a 5.
We know what's coming.
Yeah, so.
Oh boy. Do I want a command point reroll? I do. All right, so we're gonna drop us down to 6, or 5. Let me see if I get it back first.
It's still the same round.
I do.
Still the same round, so you can only get 1 per round.
Oh, it's per like full turn.
Yeah, it's per round.
Okay. Okay. So I would have got it back, but so
Yeah.
we're down.
I can't get it either for the same reason.
I was probably doing that wrong in other battle reports. I thought it was on each player's turn.
I'm pretty sure it's once per round.
All right, so
you
we
got
hit
an
an 8
basically.
total.
Yeah. So that will stop it. So no Night Shroud. I was thinking about putting it on my guardsmen actually. Believe it or not.
Because I'm probably going to
keep
charge
that
them.
front line
So.
instead of alive. Well, it only works against shooting attacks.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So it'd just be like maybe you'll have to actually charge them and kill them, and not charge my characters. So anyway, we're gonna go to shooting. Now a lot of stuff again can't shoot because I had to fall back with that and those. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the tank. Well, I guess first we should do order, shouldn't we? So we're gonna do probably the same things we've been doing. We're gonna do first rank fire, second rank fire to the 2 remaining squads there. And then we are going to do pound them to dust on the tank commander because I really cannot afford that thing being alive again. So let's just start with the tank commander shooting. He can't see anything over here. We're gonna try to get really cheeky. I know this is probably a bad idea, and I'm not gonna kill anything, but we're going to do the las cannon and plasma sponsons into this rhino.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do the main cannon into this. Hopefully can do some work here. We'll see. So we'll start with the main cannon into that. Oh, and we'll do the heavy stubber into that as well because who cares. So the main cannon, we get to re-roll this, but it's D6 shots from the first one. We got a 1, so I will re-roll that with the Cadian tank order for a 6. That is significantly better. And then the second shot will be a 5. So pretty good. That definitely gives me a chance to get that rhino out of there. So these are going to be hitting on 3s, and we're re-rolling 1s because he did not move. So we got...
Poor little rhino.
Yeah. We got 1, 2 that just misses, 2 1s to re-roll. So those hit. So we got 10 hits. That's pretty solid.
Did you overcharge these?
I don't know. Did I declare overcharging? I don't know if I did.
I don't think so. Did you intend to?
I intended to, but if I didn't say it,
I mean, I trust you. I mean, if you intended to, it's fine. I didn't know if you were gonna care if you only needed 6 and you didn't want to risk hurting yourself more. So
no, I definitely wanted to kill it. I wanted to overcharge.
That's fine. Go for it. That's fine.
Okay, so we're assuming I overcharged.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I said it or not. I will also be overcharging the sponsons. We'll go ahead and say that now.
Fair enough.
Ooh. Rolled a lot of fails. Should still kill you. We have 5 wounds, -3.
So I have 5 6s, yeah?
Yep.
Here we go.
And I need to get
I'm gonna roll Daff. I'm gonna roll Daff's dice a couple times. 2 fail. 2 fail.
Okay, so he's dead. Does he explode? That would be good for me.
No. He does not.
Okay, so here is your rhino.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyway, so the rest of the shots were here. So that's good. That really helps with that tank commander. So next turn, he'll be able to shoot stuff somewhere. So we have 2 plasma sponsons. I cannot re-roll the shots on these with the order. So we're gonna get 5 shots, which is not bad. Remember, these are overcharging, so we're hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s because I did not move. So we got 4 hits. That was a 2. For those of you who can see the dice. Wounding on 3s. Oh, that is 4 2s.
Hey, it happened to someone else's game.
Yeah.
It's happened to me twice.
So the heavy stubber, we're on 3s, we're rolling 1s. We got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. We got 1, it's no AP.
All right, here we go.
Rhino. Yep.
Come on. He good.
All right,
there's
and
that 6
the last
needed.
cannon. Hitting on a 3, rolling 1s. We do hit. We are wounding on a 3. We do wound. And it is -3.
No,
All
super
right,
fail.
D6. Let's see that sweet, sweet 6. It is a 2. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a command point because it'd be really good to at least bracket that. So that brings me down to 7, and we're gonna do 1 instead because that's how life works.
Well, let's go ahead and grab the dead rhino's dial and drop that down to a 1 and count up on this guy.
Cool. Oh well. So moving on, over here, I need to get rid of some of these dudes and these dudes. So let's do the Hellhound. We're gonna do his heavy flamer and inferno cannon into this squad of 5 tactical marines. So we'll start with the heavy flamer, which is gonna get 3 hits. We are wounding on 3s for none.
Oh boy, it's coming back around.
That's right. The Inferno Cannon, we get 2d6 for 11.
Okay, well, there you go.
There we go, that helps. Makes him feel a little better about his lot in life. These are wounding on 3s. Hopefully I will get more than 0. Oh my god, we got 4.
Here we go. Into which tactical squad?
The tac squad of 5, and they're -1.
All right, here we go. All right, so failed 1, passed 1. You said it was 4?
There were 4, yep.
Okay, so I failed 1.
Man, that did not go anywhere near as well as I had hoped. Huh. All right, well, let us go over here to this guard squad, and we're gonna dump all of our shots into them. And I'm gonna remember, my sergeant has a las pistol, so we'll just do 1 extra shot with all the extra dice. They should be in rapid fire range, so I'm probably gonna roll a boatload of dice. Looks like they are in rapid fire. And so we have 9 dudes, that's 4 shots apiece, so we're getting 37 shots. So yeah.
Maybe we'll survive.
So here's 33, so I'm just gonna re-roll 4 of these misses. They're hitting on 4s. Then we're gonna take out some of these misses and re-roll that to get to 37. Not much help.
And they're wounded on 6s?
5s, they're strength
5s,
3.
okay,
Yeah.
derp. I knew that.
You wish I was wounded on 6s.
Yeah, I do wish they were wounded on 6s.
Yeah. All right, so we are looking for 5s and 6s here, which we got a good healthy number. Looks like we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5, 6, 7. So
All
maybe
right,
we can
here we go.
get rid of a couple dudes.
So we got 7 saves to make here.
7 saves, no AP.
I have failed 2. We're gonna bust another command point and try and save a guy. We do.
All right, well, man, not
Plasma
doing great.
can go.
Doing great.
Okay, and that's gonna drop me down to 4 command points.
You put me in a very tough spot. I was really hoping to at least kill that squad and kill your librarian. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. So we've got the front guard squad, so we'll go ahead and we will do theirs. So we got the sergeant for 1. The sergeant's just gonna throw a crack grenade because it's better than a las pistol. And then the regular guard, we're gonna get 16 shots from them. So we'll do the sergeant's crack grenade, which does hit and wounds on a 3. It does not wound. Whew. Unfortunate. And then a whole bunch of las gun shots going all over the floor. We are hitting on 4s rather. Ooh, that was real bad. We got 4, and they were all 6s.
Oh, so you just pulled out the hits.
Yeah, yeah.
It was that bad. Okay, I looked, I was like, there's
It
one
was
more
real
4.
bad.
Okay.
We did get 1 wound. There was no AP. That was not ideal.
Oh, we're good.
Oh man! All right, I'm running out of stuff here. So we have, let's see. We'll shoot the las pistol from the psyker. He actually hits because he needed a 5, and we need a 5 again. He does not wound. My company commander will throw a crack grenade on a 3. He misses. My commissar will throw a crack grenade. He hits. He fails to wound.
Oh, wow.
And we have my other company commander, my warlord, with a las pistol, so he will shoot. And he does hit. We're looking for a 5. We do not wound.
Woo.
So, yeah.
3 Marines left.
3 Marines. Well,
Jeez.
my Hydra is going to have to shoot at them because I need to get rid of them. And then hopefully, oh man, there's still dudes here too.
Yep.
Man, I'm not going to do anything. That is unfortunate. But yeah, we'll do the Hydra into them. Maybe we can get rid of them. So we'll start with the heavy bolter, hitting on 3s, or excuse me, hitting on 4s, rolling 1s.
Mr. Hydra over there.
Yep. We got 2 hits. We got wounding on 3s. We got 1, -1.
Same tactical squad?
Same tactical squad.
We're good. Pass
Oh,
the
man.
save.
The Hydra shots, let's see here. Ooh, we rolled pretty good. Well, I forgot we don't hit on 4s, unfortunately. Still not bad. We're winning on 3s. We got 2 more -1s.
Here we go. Ooh, this is a good time for the daft dice. Come here, daft dice.
Oh man, I need you to fail these, please.
They passed.
Oh man,
Oh, man.
those TAC Marines.
I don't want to jinx it, but I've made some rolls. We made some bad ones.
Yeah.
As opposed to last
boy.
game, if I had to make that roll against Bob, I would have failed him. They would just, because those are in-bone saves.
Yup. Yep. That is far from ideal. Not gonna lie. Okay.
Am I gonna get charged?
I still have the Basilisk and I have the Stormtroopers to shoot.
All
So we
right.
got a little bit more to do. So the Basilisk, man, he's gonna shoot his heavy bolters at these guys, I think. Yeah, we'll do the heavy bolters here, hope for a miracle, and we're gonna do the Basilisk cannon on your TAC Marines.
Let's do it.
So the heavy bolters, we're looking for 4s, rolling 1s. We got 2. That's all we need. That's all we need. We need 3s here. We got 2 -1s on the 2-man squad.
One lives.
We got 1. Okay. I see.
Yeah, I'll take the non-sergeant.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense because the other guy's got a combi, so he's got more weapons.
Yeah. And so the Basilisk cannon into the 3 remaining dudes. See how many shots we get. We're getting 4, which I think is been pretty consistent this game. We're hitting on 4s, rolling 1s. We got 3 hits. Strength 9, so we're winning on 2s. Dropping dice. We got 3 wounds, and you'll just get your invuln save for as.
Failed.
Oh, we got 1 more. Can we do it?
Yep.
Oh, finally. I had to shoot my entire army at those 3 Marines, but we did it.
Did.
Unfortunately, that's all that's going to be shooting over there, so now we'll just do the Stormtroopers, see what they can do. Let's see. They got an 18-inch with their hot shot, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be out of range of anything important. Yeah.
Yep.
But we can shoot at the scout, I guess, if they can see him, which they cannot, so never mind. We'll just put all of our shots into the repulsor. So we're gonna actually start with the squad on the ground because they have meltas, and if I don't have to overcharge the plasma, I won't. So we got 2 hotshot las guns. So these are hitting on 3s because they're stormtroopers. They got 1 hit, and we're wounding on a 6. It does not wound.
All right.
We got 2 melt guns into it, hitting on 3s. So they both hit. They're strength 8, so we're wounding on 4s. Oh, we got both, and they're -4. So I think you don't actually get a save.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I go straight through.
Yep. Now they're not going to be within melter range, so I just whatever I roll, I don't get to choose the highest or anything like that. So that's 10. I think that'll do it.
He did.
Yeah.
He does not explode.
All right. Well, good job. That's the most my melt assailants have ever done. All right. So we'll just go to these guys. We have 24-inch range on plasma, so maybe I can plink away some stormtroopers or space marines there. Still out of range on that guy, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna do the 2 hot shots into your scout and the 2 plasma into your tacticals. I will not be overcharging.
Okay.
So here's the 2 hot shot las guns into the scout, which we got 1 hit. It is wounding on a 5. It does not wound.
Little bro, still
Yeah,
alive.
still alive. We got the 2 plasmas hitting on 3s. We got 1. We're wounding on a 3. It is a wound at -3.
Boop. All right. Invuln save it is. Oh, he did.
All right.
Boom.
We got 1. I think that's it for shooting. So charge phase. This is tough. This is really tough. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna charge my astropath into your sergeant.
All right. Let's get some overwatches here. So we'll just do the plasma rapid fire. I got A6.
Oh snap! All right. Let's see here. So he failed. You'll have to edit that out. I just rolled double 1s. He is not charging.
Jeez.
So there is something I'm gonna double check. I might actually try to charge you with my tank, and there is a cool stratagem that
For once, you're gonna do it.
I might get to do It's at the start of the charge phase, so I have to make the charge. If I don't make it, it's worthless. But it'd be cool if I did it. So I'm gonna actually charge my tank commander into your guy. I'm pretty sure you can't see him. I'm gonna use the stratagem crush them, so if I do make it, I will be hitting on a 2+ instead of on a 6.
Okay.
So it'd be cool. So that will bring me down to 6 command points. And I don't know, I probably need an 8 or 9, maybe more. We'll check and see depending on what I roll. I could spend a command point too if I need to. We got a 5, that's a good start. And a 4, so a 9. Let's see what we got. That might be enough to do it. Let's see here. I have no idea.
This has got a 6-inch thing on it and a 3. If you want to like do a point and then do a 3 from that point. So that's 2 inches right there.
Oh, that's 2 inches. Okay.
Yeah, 3 inches is the yeah. There you go. So 3.
So 3.
And 6.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he should be good.
Yep.
All right. Cool. So he's gonna be right there. Well, cool. Let's see how that works out. At least that way he cannot charge me. That was kind of my hope. I'll probably just fail to kill him. But
Yeah, you might.
if I do kill him, it's awesome. That's it for charges. Nothing else is going to charge. I finally got rid of the repulsor. I was really worried. I didn't think I'd be able to kill it. And ironically, the old grudges didn't even help.
Yeah.
Oh well. So yeah, let's go to the tank, and he's going to be getting 3 attacks. He is hitting on 2+ because of the crush them stratagem. So we got all 3 hits, and he's either strength 7 or 8. If I roll any 2s, we'll check.
Okay.
Okay, I did not roll any 2s. I'm gonna actually command point that 1.
Okay.
Because, so this will be my command point for the phase. Be really good to kill you. So I did get it, so you got 3 wounds on him. No AP.
He failed 2, so there's
he's
no
dead.
way.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that was
Sergeant.
like the first time I've gotten to use that. That is pretty cool. I'm not gonna move up because there's no reason for me to make that charge easier. But that's all I got. So at the end of the turn, you're actually gonna get more points than I am. And then you're gonna get more points again at the beginning of your turn.
All right, so let's break it down. So at the end of this turn, we start scoring for all the intel that's alive, right?
That's correct, yep.
So you score 2, which puts you at 3 victory.
That's right.
I score 3, it puts me at 3, so we are tied.
Yep.
Okay. My little widget here.
Yep, widgets are nice.
3. And at the start of my turn, I will score this objective.
You will score the objective and get 1 more point. Yep,
Okay.
because you control it, you have essentially 3 intel points on that objective to my 2.
Okay, so
That'll
at
put
least
you
I'm
up
going to
by
get
1.
points, but I'm
Yeah.
in a tough position because you got all that stuff there.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll be going into Dark Angel's turn 4. All right, so going into Dark Angel's turn 4, as we discussed previously, I'm going to go up to 4 victory points. So I have pulled ahead miraculously. We are on turn 4, setting the dial, and I've got 4 command points left. So based on what's going on here, I need to get these tactical marines. They need to be up there. They got to go places. Can I tell you to get my movement widget?
Yeah, that'd be great.
So let's go ahead and move these little fellows up 6. The question is, do I want to advance? If I got a 6 in advance, it would be there, which would be good because I would be nearer to you than these guys are.
That's true. It's
unlikely.
only 2 Marines.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
like, I think at this point, your stratagem is probably what we were just talking about, or your strategy, rather.
Yeah, so we'll move forward and we'll see what we can do. And that guy actually didn't go far enough because of his shoulder. All right. I'm going to spot move these kind of. They're probably somewhere in that vicinity. That seems reasonable. All right. Scout.
Whatever.
Operation I don't want to die. So there is your 6. And let's go ahead and advance him. 6 inches. So what's that? 3 to there. 3 to there. So he's going to be like right around there-ish. Yep. Aim. Whoop. Sorry, Isaac. Aiming towards the enemy. Just to make things easier for me, I guess we're just gonna get right up here an inch away from these guys.
Oh boy.
Something like that seems reasonable. And let's go ahead and do some psychic powers.
Did you want to talk about what your strategy was and why you're doing what you're doing? Or keep it a secret and just, if it happens, be like, hey.
Yeah, we can talk about the strategy. So I've moved these guys up, and we're going to unload everything into this front line of guard. I have to kill 5 guys. And we were discussing how you score, because it's an interesting scenario. And if you guys were watching at the beginning, I got my ass handed to me, basically. And based on the attrition, I'm still losing lots of models. I've got, 6 Tactical Marines on the board, 1 Scout, 2 HQs, and a Rhino. So I don't have a lot, but I am up 1 point, and at the end, or at the start of my next turn, I'll score again. At the end of my turn, or at the end of the phase, we score.
At the end of the round, we'll both score again.
So, which will put me up another 3, and he'll get 2. But if I can kill these Cadians and charge his characters, by the rules of the scenario, even if he tables me, I would be up on points, and there'd be no way for him to come back. So the strategy for this whole turn is going to hinge on killing those 5 bros and getting my guys into combat with them. If I fail to kill them, he will back out and then murder stuff.
Pretty much.
So
it's kind of an all-in gamble here.
Yep, but it's the only option I got, because even on the best advance with this 2 back here, I could have got a 6, put them there, and I could have hit, backed up with Azrael and made them slightly closer to some things. But this is better because I could go for the win versus be defensive and let him have a chance. So we'll take the fight to them, which seems like a Space Marine thing to do. Before we start the psychic phase, though, I totally forgot. Inch away.
Oh.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep them away, because if that thing dies, those Rough Riders are gonna be like, yes, we're coming in. This is some Lord of the Rings thing. Look to the left side of the table on the coming of the something day, and then
they
stuff
will do
dies.
some charging and do some cool stuff. But
all right.
I don't think it's gonna happen this game.
So psychic power. We're gonna try and cast Aversion on your tank. Yep, makes sense. I mean, -1 to hit's pretty big.
I mean, I don't know. If you don't kill my characters, it probably doesn't matter, to be honest with you.
So I got an 8. Do you want to deny?
No. We're going to try to deny the smite. I know what your tactic is, so it'd be dumb not to try to deny
I'm going to try and Trephination them.
that also.
Going for a big number here.
Okay.
I don't think I got it.
I think you need a 7.
I did, but we'll go ahead and command point reroll 1. I did get it on a 9.
Okay.
And let me see if I get my command point
back. Yep, it's a new round, so you do not. And actually, I can get 1. I do, actually.
Okay, so it drops me down to 3.
I go up to 6.
And you're going to try to deny, yeah?
I might as well. It's the only other one you can do, right?
Yep.
Yep. So, did you, wait, was that a version? Did you do a version?
I got a version off, and you didn't deny it. The second one's Trephination, which I got on a 9.
Cool. So, we're looking for a 10 or higher here. We got a 4 and a 6. We actually denied it.
All right. Then let's go ahead and fire. We're going to do the Scout first. Nope, he advanced. Can't do him. Let's go ahead and fire with these 4 tactical bros into the Cadians.
So this is kind of an all-in gambit, and I know it is, so I am going to use a stratagem. We are going to use the take cover stratagem. We'll let them add +1 to their save. Okay. So we desperately want those guardsmen to survive, basically.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and fire our bolters. They all hit.
Oh, man.
And we've got 6 wounds.
All right, so I normally have a 5 up, but I am going to have a 4 up because of the take cover stratagem. So let's see what we can do here. Wow, they are all dead.
Wow.
Oh no.
That's bad news.
That is bad news bears for my leaders there.
Now means that they're nearest now, right?
Probably, yeah.
So my 2 remaining guys can shoot. I think he's probably near. I think they could see him.
Yeah. And you can actually shoot at either one because characters with less than 10 wounds don't block other characters with less than 10 wounds. So you can shoot either one.
But if, as what happened with Nathan previously, if this Cadian was here and I couldn't see, I couldn't shoot him.
That's correct. Okay. Yep.
All right, so here we go. We'll put these, actually, do they both have invuln saves?
The Commissar does not, the Company Commander does.
We're going to put these into the Company Commander.
That makes sense.
So here we go, 4 shots. Rerolling from Azzy. Ooh, let me make sure. I think that's 6. Yeah. Okay, just want to make sure I'm not cheating. All right, so we got 4. No, those were rolling to hit, so you got to roll the wound.
You're right. It's going to be even worse.
Got 3.
Oh, it is worse. All right, so he has a 5-up armor or 5-up invuln. It's the same either way, so we are going to have 5-ups, which we passed 2.
Pretty
we
good.
We take 1, so good job. I'm glad somebody in my army can pass saves when it matters.
And how many has he got left?
He has 3 left here. Let me just
okay, so you're counting up. Okay.
There, down to 3.
Azrael is going to go ahead. We're going to fire both profiles. Mastercrafted Bolter first, -1, so he's hitting on.
And are you shooting at the same guy?
Yeah. Okay. So here goes. 3s. Those both hits. That's Mastercrafted. Let's get the plasma. Rerolling the 2. Because he normally hits on 2. No. he normally hits on 2s, so I wouldn't get to reroll the 2. I'd only get to reroll 1s.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one doesn't get 2. So this will wound on 3s. All right, so we got 1, and do I want a command point in the... This is the shooting phase. Yeah, because we really need him to go down. So we'll re-roll.
All right.
I did get it. See if I get the plasma. I got it. So you've got 1 plasma and 2 mastercrafted.
Okay, so once again, we have 5 up. So here's the plasma. So we fail, so that's going to be 1 damage.
Yeah, I did not overcharge. It was not worth it.
All right, and I got to pass both of these to survive. So 2 5-ups. No, he fails both. So that is a dead company commander. So this is a very, very tight spot for me now. He might win just by killing these characters.
And Librarian's going to go ahead and fire his bolt pistol in. It hits.
Oh, my hand.
Ooh, hang on. Before I forget, let me see if I get my command point back. I do not. Okay, so we're down to 2.
Yep.
See if I wound him. I do wound.
All right, and he just has a 5-up armor. So we are going to fail. He will go down to, I believe, 2 wounds.
Commissar really doesn't have a refractor field?
Lord Commissar does, base Commissar does not.
Okay. Well, ooh, just in case, because bad things can happen, I'm going to get the dice rolls out while I can, because if I somehow botch this, I'm in a bad spot. We're going to go ahead and Stormbolter into that, and I'm still on my first profile. So into the Riders of Rohan.
Yep.
All right, 2s won't do it.
It's a good thing you're still in that first profile.
Yeah, because I would have missed most of it.
Yeah.
And we got 3 wounds.
3 wounds, all right, so we got 3 more 5-ups. We'll just do it right here. So we failed all 3, so that's gonna be a dead guy and a guy with a wound. Doesn't really matter, so we'll just take that guy off and we'll put the wound on that guy.
Okay, I think that's gonna bring us into the charge phase.
Yup.
All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna charge our Azrael first.
All right, I'm going to throw a crack grenade and hope for the best.
Yep, so it's probably better to do Azrael first.
Yeah, because it could have killed your librarian. It can't kill him. Not that it's gonna hit anyway. It does not.
Okay, here we go.
So this could be the game right here.
Yeah, so 5 will do it. And we're gonna go ahead and charge the librarian.
I can't overwatch.
I think a 6 will do it. And you're probably, if you wanted to, I mean, because I would go to there.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you're in heroic intervention range, yeah?
I am. The only problem is he only gets 1 attack and it does 1 damage.
And I might just murder him.
Well, you can't actually attack him because
I didn't declare it. Good.
But it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
If you kill that Commissar, I lose. And unfortunately, there's no backup that I have available. Killing those 5 guardsmen, that really sucked for me.
That's rough. Like you were in the same situation I was,
Yeah.
where you were clearing my tacticals. I cleared your screen.
Yep.
And
exactly.
just because the dice could betray me, we're going to charge the rhinos. You want to do your overwatches?
Sure. Yeah. Let's see if they can do anything. So we got 2 meltas. We'll just start with them.
I did call them Riders of Rohan. Yeah, I knew it.
We got a melt to hit, boys.
I knew it.
We got one. We're hitting on a 3, or winning on a 3. It is a 6.
Here's a 1. It's coming.
I mean, I can't kill it, but I can do 6 wounds to it. I did
No
6 wounds
way!
to it. Yes.
No way!
All right,
It's on
finally,
7.
that was the plan. Eventually, we'll kill it. And then I have 3 las pistols. So technically, if all these hit and all these wounding, you fail all the saves, it could die, Justin.
Well, weird things have happened this time, so.
No. They tried, but
Here we
finally
go.
they did do something.
He made it. And I'm pretty sure that puts him in his second profile at least.
He's down to 3?
Yeah, he's got 3.
Yeah, so he's in his second profile, so he'll be getting D3 attacks.
Okay. So we will choose to do Azrael first.
You sure? You sure? You don't want to go with the Rhino first?
No, because then he might interrupt and just try. I don't want to. We got to do it. All right, so here goes his 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
We need to see some bad roll
I'm sorry.
in here.
Oh my God,
you're killing my guys.
All right, so we did get 5, and this is wounded on 2s because it's strength 6. And do not get to reroll.
And yep, I'm pretty sure he's just dead because he has no invuln, and that is like 4 D3 wounds to him.
And yeah, how many wounds does he have total?
He's got like 1 left at best.
Okay, so it was overkill no matter what.
Maybe 2 left. I don't know. Either way, he's dead.
All right, and okay, now that happened,
Yes.
or you want to continue killing stuff?
It's up to you. I mean, at that point, the game is decided because, like you said, you're up 4
Yep.
to 3. No matter what happens, like if the game continues, I will murder them.
Yep.
Like I'll probably table you, but because the game does not have the sudden death rules in effect, then it doesn't matter if I table you. You've already won. I cannot get any points because all my intel characters are dead.
Okay.
And you already are above me, and I can't table you to win. So I mean, I'm okay calling it there if you are. It was a good game, and after my first turn, I was in such a good place, and
I was feeling so bad.
I know, yeah, it's amazing. Like I said, those those Rhino charges, I forgot I'm recording here. Those those Rhino charges back here and shutting me down really hurt. And then that last turn when I dumped all that fire into those tactical marines and could not get rid of them. Because if I could have killed at least one of your characters, I probably would have had a better chance.
That would have been huge.
Yeah, but to not get rid of either of them.
So let's say hypothetically there was sudden death and I was going forward. My strategy here would be go ahead and consolidate into
tie up the guardsmen. I mean, it wouldn't matter in the long run. It wouldn't save you because I would just back them out and then annihilate them both.
But it's still it's better to do that and stop you from shooting.
Absolutely.
Because at least he has an invuln save, which if I roll hot, I could live.
Yeah.
He would possibly die.
Yeah. So my plan the last turn really was to kill at least one of your characters because then it'd be a tied game, and so then I could just kill you and basically we would end in a tie, which would have been okay for me. But when I whiffed really bad and you rolled a lot of saves, that really ruined my chances of doing it because I couldn't get rid of either of your characters. I couldn't target them. And so, yeah, by then you only had to kill my 2. So, in retrospect, it was probably a bad idea to move my characters up there, but I really thought I'd be able to kill at least one of your characters.
Well, I mean, it was probably not the worst thing, because if you didn't, and I'm sitting on the objective and I get way far ahead, you know, because I would be getting 3, you'd be getting 2, and then I'd be getting the other one. So I'd be going up 2 every turn, essentially, over you. And if I rolled hot and you couldn't kill them, then you're in a bad spot. So kind of like where I did, where I went for the win, you did what was necessary to try and win versus risking it. So
it worked out. Cool. Worked out for the Space Marines this game. Like I said, it looked like it was going to be a slaughter fest on turn 1, but you got some good charges, good rolls, and that's what happens sometimes. Hopefully it was a good learning experience too.
It was. Awesome. All right, guys, so that'll conclude our match for the day, and I do want to start the outro here by saying that off-screen, Tim was helping me out tremendously with a lot of coaching. So there were a few things that I did that were kind of my idea, but for the most part, most of the cool shenanigans you saw, he was off-screen trying to help me out because I wouldn't have thought to treat rhinos like orcs. But that's what they are.
That's right.
You just charge forward and do stuff. And
against some armies. Not as good against Eldar because they can just fly out. But against the Imperial Guard, that's rough. Fair
enough. That makes sense. One of the things we did discuss that was worth bringing back up. Actually, you brought it up. Do you want to address them and tell them what was going on with the ending of the game and the scoring?
Well, you know, we were pretty excited to see the combat there, and we kind of forgot that even though I could not score any other points through my intel characters, I actually still could have gotten Linebreaker and Warlord kill. So while the game ended at 4-3, and we had started, you know, moving stuff and putting stuff away, and then we're like, oh, I could have still done that, so we're not going to go back and do it. But, you know, it was something that we could have done, and so it's possible that I was able to tie the game or possibly even win. I had 2 more potential points on that would have been able to be gotten, I guess.
Yeah, and these guys, if you moved them, is this a 6-inch, I think, on the edge?
Yeah, it was 6-inch, so I wouldn't have had to move too far. I could just move in advance and get that.
Yeah, an average advance roll would have got it. One of the things we did talk about was that it was going to be kind of a race to see if he could get ahead or tie and, you know, where the game might go ending. At the end there with the combat, as we discussed, I would have consolidated into his infantry and left Brother Nabil closer to the big giant tank, because I did get a version off, and I informed him after we ended that it didn't come up, but I do have the relic on there. I think it's called Shroud of Heroes. So any shots coming at Nabil were -2. He had options to hit him with flamers and maybe negate one of the negatives, but it might have taken a bunch of resources to take him out, plus he had invulns, and basically it would have been just weighted dice and hoping that it took so much effort to kill the librarian who was nearer the giant tank that Azrael might have survived for a turn. And if he survived a turn, it would have made a huge difference because I would have been continuing to score the intel points. So, but the moral of the story is that if we had went back, we might have played it out another turn or 2 just to see, because there was a potential that was not a checkmate as we kind of thought until we took a step back and looked. So, but with that being said, I'd like to thank you for the game.
Absolutely,
it was great.
It was a lot of fun.
Yep, I appreciate Tim coming out and helping me learn to play, because to be honest, I'm tired of getting my head kicked in. And while I like playing with Bob and he's a super nice guy, when I play with people who are way more competitive, I'm getting smashed. So with Bob, I can play some more casual lists and have a good time against like the Tims of the world and the dirty Death Guard players named Nathan. I'm going to have to step it up a little bit. So getting a little bit of coaching and learning how to play the army better will help, especially because turn 1 looked rough, and going into the rest of the turns, it looked bleak. I pulled it out sort of model-wise on the table. I didn't have much left, and it looked so bad attrition-wise because there's so many guardsmen, so few Space Marines. In the first turn, he took out so much. So, but I think part of another moral of this game or this story would be try not to give up and look for those options, especially once you know there are different things that you can do. I'd like to thank all you guys for taking the time to watch this battle report today. If we got any rules wrong that you'd like to let us know in the comments. Be nice. I know you guys like to be right. He likes to be right when it comes to rules.
I do. Critique me. Tell me what I got wrong.
Yeah, tell him, not me. Just assume that I did all the right things. And if
they're
wrong,
to be nice.
it's his
I'm
fault.
a big boy. Yeah. Take it.
If you liked any of the terrain that you saw in the battle report today, I believe 99% of this is all from Death Ray Designs. We had a couple of crates Tim brought with him from the shop. There are a couple buildings that you guys might have seen that were from an unreleased terrain line called Riddle's Reach, which will be out soon. And we're going to have our gamer packs available soon as well. So all the cool wound dials and movement widgets will be available. So if you want to check that stuff out, go ahead and head on over to deathraydesigns.com. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button somewhere and let us know if you like this video or how we can improve. With that being said, I'd like to thank you guys again for watching, and happy wargaming.